San Antonio High School Football Showcase is coming up next on KCWX.
NRG Stadium is the site for this last 5A Division I state semifinals as the Wagner Thunderbirds go where no Thunderbird team has ever gone before to the state semifinal round against the Shadow Creek team that is brand new school, so this is obviously their first time as well. Bobby Stotzenberger joined by Andy Skelton, our final broadcast of the season. We got a dandy here, Andy, an undefeated Shadow Creek Shark team and a 13-1 Wagner team. We have a great one here tonight.
That's right. You take both those records, throw them out the window, because the winner punches the ticket to Jerry World for the state championship next week, and that's what it's all about in high school football.
Highland Park awaits the winner. They defeated Denton Ryan earlier today, so the winner of this gets to play for state. One step away from state. That's pretty special.
That is real special, especially when you're playing Christmas time. It don't get much better than this, folks.
All right, we had a chance to catch up with Coach Charlie Bruce of the Wagner Thunderbirds before the game. Who knows his community is excited.
Well, they embraced it. It's like one big happy family, you know. We had a great send-off. Everything's great at school. Everything's great in the community. And also not just our Wagner family, but even in the local supermarkets, the local stores. So it's been great.
Brad Butler, the coach of the Shadow Creek Sharks, first-year program. He knows how special this is. Even though it's only their first year, it's pretty impressive.
There's a lot of excitement, and you know, it's just been an exciting time to see our school come together. This is the first year that we've had a varsity setting at a football game where we've had the band and the cheerleaders and the drill team and everybody involved, so it's really helped to bring our school together.
All right, folks, stick around. We'll have the opening kickoff. State semifinals, Wagner versus Shadow Creek, and it's next. You're watching the High School Football Showcase, presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now, and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
My mom works for Chevy.
My dad works for Chevy.
We're all part of the Chevy family.
And right now, so are you.
Because our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay, and not a cent more.
Welcome to the family.
Use your employee discount for everyone to get almost $9,700 below MSRP on this Tahoe. Plus, get an additional $1,500 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
The city of Converse is growing exponentially, and our community is excited to share the news. Our community is expanding from 7 square miles and a population of 25,000 to 22 square miles and approximately 100,000 people in the next 15 years. That equals opportunity for new homes, along with commercial, retail, and job growth. Choose Converse as a great place to live, work, and play. Check out more information at www.chooseconverse.com.
Y100.
And I don't even know his last name.
San Antonio's new country leader.
You make it easy, loving up on you. But I can't move when you, no, I can't move when you.
Home of JR and Beth in the morning, 7:15 second date update. San Antonio's new country leader. Y100.
Welcome back to NRG Stadium. Bobby Stotzenberger, Andy Skelton, and Gabe Farias with you. As it's time now for our Southwest Homes Build a Winner. As we will start with the visitor, Wagner Thunderbirds. and Gabe Farias.
Yeah, guys, Wagner, they need to spread the wealth offensively. They've got a prolific, very athletic offense with many weapons. They need to spread the field with those athletes. They need to maintain aggressive physicality on defense. Wagner, they've got a physical defense. They need to impose their will, and they've got to win the kicking game, or at the very minimum, get closer. They've got a weakness that's on that kicking game. They got to execute the kicking game to be successful today, guys. Back to you.
All right, Andy Skelton has our Southwest Homes build a winner for the Shadow Creek Sharks.
Well, Shadow Creek's going to have to steal a turnover or two from the Wagner Thunderbirds, and they're going to have to keep the Wagner offense off the field. Tobias Weaver and company, they like to eat up the clock and dominate the time of possession. And I'm with Gabe. I think it's going to come down to some sort of special team big play. So, you know, they're going to have the Sharks going to come out and try to dominate the special teams and take away something big in that route.
Well, this two great teams, 13-1, 14-0. We take a look at these two teams have been dominant all season long. Look at that, almost over 500 yards a game, the whopping 523 points for Wagner. Shadow Creek not far behind. They played a very tough district as well. This is a great, great matchup.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of fireworks offensively today, and again, that's why we're predicting the kicking game is probably going to be a big factor in the outcome of this ball game, along with the limiting of the penalties and turnovers.
Eric Landaverde will tee it up for the Shadow Creek Sharks. It's unbelievable that they are in their first year, which says a lot about Coach Brad Butler as a coach and his coaching staff, Andy, but it also says a lot about the talent in that Alvin Manville area.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I tell you what, they didn't play without bands and cheerleaders last year, and here they are playing in NRG Stadium in front of a crowd of the caliber of a state semifinal and a chance to earn a right to go to the state championship. So yeah, it's a great job by Coach Butler and the Shadow Creek Sharks.
T-Birds in the white jerseys with the black helmets and black pants, black jerseys, and blue numbers for the Sharks as we are underway from NRG Stadium, as this is taken at the 4-yard line by Stevens, and he is going to run the reverse, and coming this way with it, and a short gain on the play is Adams. I checked that, yeah, Adams on the return, and so it will be Wagner's football first. Not very good field position for the T-Birds. They rolled the dice a bit early as we set the offense now for Wagner. T-Birds up front have Rodriguez, Resendez, Diaz, Sertucci, and Hernandez. They got their work cut out for them today. Brown, Cobbs, Thibodeau, and Black, the receivers and tight end. And then there you got Tobias Weaver, the quarterback, along with running back L.J. Butler. He is a good one, and this is a big game for him here tonight. They're going to need everything they have from L.J. Weaver looks over the defense, 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. L.J. Butler on first down will take it forward, powering his way out to the 17-yard line there as we look at the defense for the Shadow Creek Sharks. Triplett, Johnson, and Bryant across the front. They're a very good run defense, by the way. Brown, Schenkel, Harris, and Marshall, the linebacking core. And then Murray, Alford, Nunnery, and St. Junius, the secondary for Shadow Creek. 2nd down now and 4. T-Birds moving left to right. They'll run the counter to Carlton Black. And he tries to bounce it outside. He gets just a bit outside. I think enough, Andy, for the first down, and he does. First down, initial first down of the game for Wagner.
Yeah, and that's exactly how this offense is going to work tonight. The key is the fullback, L.J. Butler. He gets 6 yards on first down. Then they're going to give it to the slot back, Black or Brown. And again, Tobias Weaver is also a factor on that triple option. This is designed to be a grounded out 3 yards in a cloud of dust or little rubber pellets here in the dome today. So that's how that's going to work.
And Tobias Weaver, great runner, but over 1,200 yards passing this season as well, as he hands it off to Jarrell Brown, and that's 14 on 14 as Courtney Brown, 14 for Shadow Creek, stops Jarrell Brown on the sweep play and a loss.
Well, it looks like that time that the Wagner Thunderbirds are trying to test the lateral speed of the Shadow Creek Sharks that time, and obviously, that was a drop for a loss there. So, look for him again. Straight ahead game, triple option, possible play action, sprint out with Tobias Weaver here before it's all said and done today, Bobby.
Weaver has over 1,200 yards rushing as well. L.J. Butler, of course, leads the team with 1,700 yards rushing, but the T-Birds behind the chains a bit here as it's 2nd down and 14. Weaver, sprint out pass, right side, throws off of the hands of Carlton Black. And Nunnery was there, but Carlton normally will haul that in and make something of it, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's uncharacteristic of Black that time. He got great hands, great speed. And again, that's what we're going to see all day. We talked about the sprint out. That's the way they can get Tobias Weaver on the outside there, alleviate some backside pressure for him, and he has the option to run the football as well.
And so it is now 3rd down and 14. Not a normal situation that Wagner's used to, as they've dominated all season long. And now a timeout by Coach Charlie Bruce. We'll take our initial timeout. Actually, let's go ahead and keep it here.
Wagner. First charge.
Let's keep it here. We're
30-second
in
timeout.
this game. And, well, you know, they're not used to this. It's the first series. We can't overreact on this. They did get out of the hole a little bit with the initial first down, but they got to get used to this. They're going to get stopped a few times against Shadow Creek, and I think on the flip side, Shadow Creek's going to have to get used to being stopped once in a while. These two teams are clearly some of each other's best opponents this year.
I tell you what, both these teams have had, you know, they score a lot of points and they're able to move the football, but this is the state semifinal for a reason. Both these teams, as Wagner's finding out, Shadow Creek's got a little bit of speed on defense, and matter of fact, they got a lot of speed. So they're going to have to be patient. They can't get frustrated and understand that that's going to be part of the battle today. It's going to be a grind, and the big plays will come. The explosive plays will come in this style of offense.
And so T-Birds, 3rd down and 14, just shy of the 20-yard line. Weaver under center. Will keep it on the ground. He'll run option left, and they'll swallow him at the line of scrimmage. Great defense laterally there by the Sharks, and it's going to be punt time for the T-Birds.
Yeah, you see the speed of outside linebacker number 27 here for Shadow Creek, TJ Marshall. Great job coming inside out right there, making a play. And again, we're seeing a lot of quickness on the defense of Shadow Creek.
Keelan Jackson back to receive. Tobias Weaver is not only the quarterback, but the punter for the T-Birds, who really don't punt a whole lot.
Well, they need to be smart right here. Just make sure we get the punt. They get the punt out of there and flip the field here.
4th down and 14. Weaver gets his leg into it. Jackson has it at his own 43 with room on the left side of the field. Returns it out to the 40. Now the Wagner 35, and great field position here for Shadow Creek after a nice punt return by Keelan Jackson. As we take a look now at the Shadow Creek offense as they come out on the field for the first time. Shadow Creek offense has Johnson, Leonard, Smith, Martin, and Jackson across the front. The receivers at tight end, the Jacksons, along with O'Connor and Guidry. And they're Jamarian George, 2,800 yards passing, and Hewlin with over 1,300 yards rushing. This is a pretty potent offensive team, and it starts with the slight of frame, Jamarian George. He's not real big, but he is a good one, as he has Hewlin behind him, and will hand it to him on first down. Hewlin going left with it, and he's fighting his way forward near a first down at the 28-yard line as we look at the T-Bird defense now. Wagner across the front. The defensive line, Hendricks, Price, Aboites, and Clay. The linebackers, Adams, Steptoe, Turbin, and Arroyo. And then the secondary, you got the twins, the Barnes twins, Bethany and Stevens. So it is 2nd down and short here for Shadow Creek, and we have early movement, it appears.
Start. Offense. Number 77. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
The acoustics in here, it's pretty loud in here. One of the big boys up front for Shadow Creek that time got in a little bit of a hurry. He's going to have to sit in there and focus in a little bit more with the acoustics in this stadium. They have the bands in the end zone today, Bobby, which is kind of abnormal or an anomaly. Usually they're on the side, so they're in the end zones today, so it adds a whole different dimension.
So a 4-wide set here for George as he will run a toss right side, and trying to get the edge and cutting inside is Jackson. That's Keelan Jackson on the little jet sweep there, but well defended by the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, and again, he flipped it forward that time, so technically if that would have been on the ground, that's an incomplete pass. But again, they're testing each other's speed laterally. Both offensive coordinators are trying to see if they can't get outside and stretch the offense or stretch the defense of the other team.
George now on 3rd down and 8 at the Wagner 34. He'll throw. He'll look, he'll fire it on the flag route, and it's overthrown, intended for Keelan Jackson. And now, kind of in that no man's land, I think, here for Brad Butler. Probably 4-down territory anyways.
Right, and you could try to take a shot here, and if it's an interception, it plays out just like a punt. But that was good coverage that time applied by Wagner's Jahai Adams that time. Run to stride for stride with Shadow Creek there. Again, they're trying to test, and we'll see it from Wagner at some point. They're going to test the secondary deep and see if they can't blow the top off the coverage. In that case, that was pretty good coverage by the Wagner Thunderbirds.
So 4th down and 8 now for the Sharks. Their first possession of the game. George will throw, looks and throws, and is caught for 1st down. Great throw there. Keelan Jackson hauls it in, but Jamarian George, he's not a big quarterback, but he showed a big arm there. And look at his numbers on the season.
Yeah, obviously, anytime you're throwing for almost 3,000 yards and you have a great touchdown to INT, and you saw his arm right there. They ran the exact same route coverage that time, put the ball on the mark for a big 1st down, 1st and goal here.
So Sharks threatening to score first here. They have it 1st and goal at the 5, and George is going to keep it. Quarterback sweep, nice cut, and a 2nd cut, and he's into the end zone. That was a fantastic touchdown run by Jamarian George, and the Sharks are on the board.
Well, now you're seeing the shiftiness that we've heard about so much from this young man right here. You watch him go left, then he goes back to his right, then he goes back to his left, cuts on a dime, and that's hard to defend. Got in the end zone for the first touchdown of the afternoon.
He was being compared favorably to Kyler Murray, the Heisman Trophy winner, former Allen Eagle, as Will Martin comes on for the extra point attempt. Good snap and kick is good. Shadow Creek 7, Wagner 0, 6:15 to go first quarter. Or 7:33 to go first quarter, as you're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV.
In 2016, more than 4,300 people were killed in crashes involving large trucks in the U.S. Semi-trucks, which weigh 20 to 30 times as much as passenger cars, can cause severe injuries in the event of a wreck. If you were injured in an 18-wheeler accident, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious trucking cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Well, there's your first big kicking game. We talked about that in the pregame. First, Wagner on the reverse kickoff starts from deep in their own territory. Then the punt return by Shadow Creek, and that sets up a 35-yard drive that took just 5 plays and 1:40. And Jamarian George, the quarterback, with a 6-yard run, and that's just playing field position and using the kicking game, Andy, to your advantage.
And flipping the field, and there you go. That's first touchdown. But again, I promise you, Wagner's more than capable. You know, running that reverse in the kickoff return takes a little time to develop. And Shadow Creek's got some speed, so I don't know if that's something that Coach Bruce is going to come back with here. Let's see.
Landaverdi will kick it off again, and this is fielded at the 10-yard line. They're going to fake the reverse this time, and still well covered though, as Stevens is tackled short of the 20-yard line.
Yeah, look, great coverage that time, getting down the field. You know, again, the speed of this game, both sides I think are going to be pretty evenly matched here. So it's going to come down to some strategery and some chess play here among both coaching staffs, and this is what coaches love. You get to this level, and it's all about the X's and O's and putting your kids in position to be successful. And again, it's going to come down to limiting penalties in the kicking game when it's all said and done.
Already with the strategery, Andy, I like it. You brought it out early.
Because there's going to be a lot of it today.
All right, first down, Wagner at their own 18-yard line. 2 wideouts to the right here as Butler looks over Weaver looks over the defense, and he does hand it to Butler, and you'll get a lot of things done if you hand it to 22 like they did right there for a gain of 5.
This flex bone offense only works, Bobby, if you have a fullback that can get it up in there on first and second down, like Butler's done all year long, picking up 4, 5, 6 yards there. And now you're going to see this offense is going to start clicking. Tobias Weaver and company. Black's going to get the ball, sprint out like we've talked about.
T-Birds Second down and 5. Option left. Weaver will keep. Turn it upfield. He slipped a little bit. He's still going to have the first down, but I think he slipped on the turf as he tried to turn that up.
Yeah, it's one of those deals. But again, that's what this offense. This offense is not necessarily all about glitz and glamour. This is blue collar. Go to work. Get you first downs. Add those first downs together. Use your play action, and eventually you're going to run out of real estate. You're going to score.
They are a team that is patient. Even in their one loss to Judson, they were very patiently working the ball down the field. Butler again, right down Main Street. He's a strong runner out to the 35-yard line there.
L.J. Butler's been a workhorse all year long. Again, let's remind ourselves, folks, L.J. Butler's only a sophomore, and he gets up in there and he's running with the big boys in the state semifinal right now and setting up. Again, this is mirror image, you know, picking up 5-6 yards on first down, and here comes triple option or play action right here.
This is real important as Quintrell Dixon, the center. This is his first start of the season for Wagner, as that's a tough position to play in any offense, but he's, especially when your first start is in the semifinal game. Option left, Butler again. Positive yardage to the 38, sets up third and short.
He always falls going forward. He always hits. His pads are lower than the defenders. Pad under pad, old school football 101 right there. Falling forward right there, picking up. Didn't look like he gained anything. He still picked up 2 yards.
This is really what this offense is designed for. This situation right here, 3rd and 2. As long as they stay in front of the chains, they can move the ball well. This is a good run defense, though, of the Sharks. Weaver will run the counter to Black, avoids the first guy, and he's going to get the first down. And boy, he sidestepped a defender, Andy, that was in the backfield.
He is so quick. I mean, you see that he doesn't need much. He finds a seam right here. You're going to see him. He just makes one little subtle move. Looks like he's dead to rights by the defense, and he sidesteps it, gets his shoulder pads down again, and finishes the run to get the first down.
This is one of the toughest tasks of the season, Andy, for this Wagner offensive line.
Yeah, and it comes down to making sure that they cover up bodies and allow the quarterbacks and the pitchman and the fullback to do their job.
At the 42-yard line, option right, Weaver keeps, has some room, high tackle, but he stretches it forward. For a gain of about 9, maybe 10, it's really close to a first down. They're going to go ahead and move the chains forward.
There you go. Now it's starting to click. Be patient. Do what you do. The big boys up front are getting lathered up. They're getting the jitters worked out of playing in the big stadium, playing in the semifinal. Hey, just another day at the office if you're a Wagner Thunderbird, and you go ahead and you run your offense as good as anybody in the state of Texas has run this offense in a very long time.
First quarter moving along really quickly here as the T-Birds have it into Shadow Creek territory for the first time. Cobb, the receiver, wide to the left side of the formation. Weaver runs the toss. Carlton Black jumps the initial tackler and out of bounds at the 42-yard line. They'll mark him at the 41.
Does a great job that time. They ran an overload formation to the wide side of the field and ran the toss sweep back here to the boundary side. And great cut block that time by Deacon Scott, the lead blocker there, getting the guy on the ground that actually freed up Black to go get that second down and short here.
Second down and 3. Second possession of the game for the Thunderbirds. Weaver, every play just about, he is looking the defense and then calling the play at the line.
Yeah, they identify the defense pre-snap.
As they run option left, pitch to Black, and he's close to a first down. Terrell Brown tried really hard to get a block out there on the edge. They do get enough.
It is going to be a first down right there. Great job again. This is blue collar, go get it kind of football right here. No bones about it. You know, a lot of people like to run to the wide side of the field when you're on, on a hash mark, and nothing doing. This offense is designed to take advantage of numbers. They're running a tackle over formation where they have the tight end. You see number 45 at the bottom of your screen there, lined up as a tackle, but he is eligible.
At the 38, first and 10. Make the jet sweep. Weaver caught from behind. He tried to get going upfield, but coming from behind there was Castillo with the stop for Shadow Creek, a gain of 2.
Yeah, good job running him back down from the backside right there. Tobias had to kind of stutter step a little bit, not allow the rest of the defensive front 7 there to get there. Shadow Creek's lining up. They run a 3-4, but when they line up against this offensive set, it looks like the old school Okie 5-2 defense. It kind of is, but the talent level is a little bit different than the old school defensive is.
Noah Diaz back in at center now for Wagner. 2nd down and 8. Option right. Butler. Nice run. Hard run. And he gets that foul going the right way. Then he gets pushed back. The forward progress will be spotted at the 32.
When it takes 11 black jerseys to get to you and you still don't go down, that is a special young man, LJ Butler, number 22 for the Wagner Thunderbirds, and he's only a sophomore, folks. And again, he is built for this style of offense. He could have played back in the 60s and 70s with the likes of Earl Campbell and David Brothers and guys like that that ran this wishbone style offense.
So 3rd down and 4 at the 32-yard line. T-Birds trying to keep this drive going. Butler again. Nice run. 1st down. LJ Butler inside the 20 to the 18.
Feed me, coach. Feed me the football all night long. Like you say, like you like to say, Bobby, right down Main Street. Looking at the replay right here. You see great job up front. You get a linebacker on the ground. Great block by number 4, Black, right there, getting his guy on the ground and freeing up LJ Butler for a big chunky yardage after the 1st and 2nd level there.
As he goes, the offense goes. Butler with 1,700 yards coming into this contest, leading the team in rushing. 1st down here. 1:48 to go in this 1st quarter of play. Butler again, right up the middle. Bounces it right, and he's inside the 10 with a Wagner 1st down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not? I keep giving it to him until he can't go no more. And I put number 4, that's the backup fullback. Black gets in there, runs the fullback. And then they're going to sell everybody out to him. Now you got options with your outside game and your quarterback and your pitch and your sprint out. So
LJ Butler was our John Wayne Service Company player of the game a week ago against Mission Vets. 1st and goal, T-Birds at the 7. And early movement, that's going to hurt.
Yep. That
could.
That's a drive killer, unfortunately. Again, it's getting loud. They're getting down.
Start. Offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Interestingly, it is a Houston chapter officiating crew. Eddie Kelly there, that was the referee that you just saw. His umpires, Greg Adams, Brian Perry, the head linesman, the line judge, Jason Laborde, and the Houston chapter crew.
What I was going to say, Bobby, was that they're down in the end zone that has the Shadow Creek band, and they're playing, so it's loud down there.
1st and goal now at the 13. Weaver will keep. Weaver at the 6.
Quarterback lead all the way right there. Again, they've been giving a heavy dose of Butler. Then Butler goes up in there and unselfishly blocks. Number 4 right there, Black. He's been doing a lot of blocking, a lot of unselfishness. And then the big boys up front, you see them right there. They've been doing work, being able to free up the likes of Butler.
2nd and goal at the 6. Butler, the toss lead to Black, and he stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yes, I'll tell you what, there you see number 92 for the Shadow Creek Sharks right here. Number 92, he gets off a block, runs lateral as good as any of them. That's Alec Bryant coming in there, cleaning that up at the end of that there.
That should do it here in the 1st quarter. Shadow Creek 7 and Wagner 0 after 1 quarter of play. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on CWX
of the 1st
TV.
quarter.
Judson ISD, more than just athletics. Choose your options for the mind.
I choose Judson ISD because of the STEM programs that challenge me.
We develop them academically, socially, physically, artistically.
I choose Judson ISD because I feel valued as a young music educator.
Dynamic learning, a place to belong.
I chose to be a part of a national Blue Ribbon school.
They find ways to bring family and community together.
I choose Judson ISD because it is my home.
Y100.
And I don't even know his last name.
San Antonio's new country leader.
You make it easy, loving up on you. But I can't move when you, no, I can't move when you.
Home with JR and Beth in the morning, 7:15 second date update. San Antonio's new country leader. Y100.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now, and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Welcome back here to NRG Stadium. Bobby Stotzenberger, Andy Skelton, and Gabe Fadiz. That was a very fast first quarter.
Well, that's what the key to victory was for the Wagner Thunderbirds. They're going to have to eat the clock, shorten the game right here.
They start the second quarter, 3rd and goal from the 5. As they now have a straight T formation behind Tobias Weaver. Everything being audible at the line of scrimmage here. Long count. And he hands to LJ Butler, and Butler is going to get stopped short of the goal line. Now you got decision for Charlie Bruce. This is going to be 4th and goal at the 2. You kick or go. That was the 16th play of the drive.
Well, on the 16th play of the drive, it comes down to this here. You got to get points on the board in a game like this. Looks like they're going to go for it here, Bobby. They didn't even think about it. That was already predetermined before they came out of the timeout there at the end of the quarter. So here we go.
17th play. An incredible drive, but they've got to score on it to make it worthwhile. T-Birds trying to tie it up. Weaver, Butler. They ain't going to stop that big fella.
I'll tell you what, man.
Into the end zone. When I saw one-on-one, I said there's just no way.
Hey, that is a textbook flex-bone offensive drive there. 17th play drive going down the field. LJ Butler, watch him right here, coming into your living room. Shoulder pass down, running over to Mike linebacker right there. My helmet comes off, so what? Look how pretty I am, mama. Touchdown, Wagner.
That was a great drive by the T-Birds, and now such a critical part of the game is the kicking game, and so Omar Guevara will try to tie it here. Extra point is good, and we are tied. Wagner 7, Shadow Creek 7. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCFX TV.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL Football State Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 19th on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
From the day it opened its doors in 1913, Schertz Bank & Trust has been a pillar of the community. Banking has changed dramatically in the 100-plus years since, but one thing that hasn't changed is Schertz Bank & Trust's small-town community bank standards of friendly, personal service with a smile, business and personal loans and accounts of all types, plus all the modern conveniences you need. Schertz Bank & Trust is ready to be your financial institution of choice. Call 210-945-7400 or visit them online at schertzbank.com.
Yeah, well, we could be home in San Antonio by midnight at this rate. What? That was just I mean, they're chewing the clock, making first downs. I gave them 17, but it's actually a 16-play drive. Still good. 16 plays, 82 yards there for the T-Birds, 2-yard run by L.J. Butler. A whopping 7:49 off of the clock. After this kickoff, we're going to go down to Gabe Fadiz to get his thoughts on this game so far, but only 3 possessions, Andy, 2 by Wagner and 1 by Shadow Creek.
This tempo and this style favors the Wagner Thunderbirds for sure.
And so the T-Birds going to kick it off for the first time, a short kick, and it is fielded at the 25-yard line. Big room off the sideline. There's a flag down, and that likely coming against the return team. And Gabe, that's the kind of drive that will wear a defense out if you can continue to do it.
Right, methodical, very specific on what they were going to do, and that's give L.J. Butler the football. One thing, though, that does concern me is how good and how quick laterally Shadow Creek moves, guys. These guys move laterally as good as any team
There's no
since
foul
these
on the
guys
play.
have played jumps early in the air. And how crazy is it to think that a non-district game that early in the season is going to play, I think, a big determination on this football game, because this is the last time, that's the last time Wagner has seen anybody this fast and that physical. Guys, I think this is going to be a great football game. Back to you.
So no flag on that kick return as George brings him up, and he's going to hand it off. Penetration there as Highland had nowhere to go, and is dropped for a loss.
Guess who? DeMarcus Hendricks, big defensive end right there, the junior defensive end, number 10, getting in there with his big old wingspan and pulling quarterback down there, George, for a loss that time.
Make sure you tell your friends to tune in here to Channel 2, KCWX, as the ball loose.
On the ground.
That one just came loose as George tried to cock it. I'm not sure if they got a hand on it or he just lost it.
I don't think he ever had a handle on it there, Bobby. You know, that's
kind of slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, he took off before he had the football here. And it's, you know, again, great pursuit here by Wagner coming in, linebacker blitz that time. Look, they got that one back right there.
That one just slipped out of the hands of Jamarian George. That happens. Now it's 3rd and 20 and a chance for the T-Birds to have a stop. George, though, a 2,800-yard passer with an empty backfield, drops back. Gonna run it to the right. Gonna look downfield, has a man, throws it deep, and it's incomplete towards the sidelines. And boy, I tell you what, Greg Haddock broke down the sidelines and had a step on the defender, but the ball thrown a little bit over the wrong shoulder.
Yeah, Javon Barnes was in coverage. Great closing speed to get there. When the receiver's hands went up, Javon went right to his hands like he's coached to do on that coverage right there, and broke up the pass. And 4th down, here we go, punt time.
Terrence Ellis is gonna punt, and Avante Stevens set to return. But that was a 3 and out on a really strong Shadow Creek offense.
Yeah, they're going to need to take advantage of all their offensive possessions because Wagner's going to continue to chew the clock.
End over end punt, and Stevens going to let it bounce, and it will roll out of bounds. We'll be back in a moment. It's tied at 7. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Company cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, and fleet vehicles are involved in thousands of accidents every year. An accident with a company vehicle is not just another car accident. If you were injured in a company vehicle accident, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious company vehicle accident cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Six Flags Holiday in the Park, the biggest and brightest holiday celebration with millions of twinkling lights, dazzling holiday entertainment, visits with Santa, plus thrilling coasters. Save up to 70% on 2019 combo season passes and get free admission to Holiday in the Park. Buy 4, get a free upgrade to Gold with free parking and more. Don't miss Holiday in the Park, only at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas.
Bobby Stotzenberger, Andy Skelton, Gabe Padillas from Houston, Texas, NRG Stadium. We're tied here in the 2nd quarter. Winner will play the Highland Park Scots, who have qualified for the state championship for the 3rd year in a row. They beat Denton Ryan 43-21 earlier today. Randy Allen, one of the best coaches in the state, has the Scots on the verge of 3 straight. But T-Birds and Sharks may have something to say about that, whoever comes out of this. As the T-Birds start their first drive of the 2nd quarter. They finished the last drive going this direction, and this drive, or that play, is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there you see a great surge that time by the Shadow Creek defensive line, number 94, Devontae Johnson, getting in there and clogging it up. No place for Tobias Weaver to get through there. And again, great job by the front 3 inside there for the Sharks, and brings up 2nd down and long here. So still manageable, but look for them to go back to what they were doing here.
So 2nd and 9 now. 2nd and 9. Weaver, option, pitch, Brown. Brown jumped early there, and he kept his feet, then he gets leveled. And, well, I don't know why he went airborne there, but it's going to be a pick and pull collision as he comes down. Watch this play.
I like the play call again. They got numbers over here after the pitch. Great seal block by Black right there. I don't know why he jumped either. I don't know if he saw his shadow or what, but great effort right there staying up.
There was your pick and pull collision for sure. Home of the lowest parts price. Guaranteed. Third down and 4. Not 4th and 20. Sorry about that, folks. Here's Weaver. Not going to get there, or maybe. A little surge there at the end by Tobias Weaver makes it close.
Yeah, that time getting underneath it there looked like he might have sprung free there to pick up a better chunk of yardage. That's going to bring up a 4th down here. And
folks, we apologize on that graphic. We're using some equipment here at the stadium that doesn't mesh 100% with ours. It is now 4th and 1.
Well, Tobias Weaver is the punter, so they're going to go ahead. Looks like here.
Well, it's 4th and 1. You're a strong running team.
Give it to 22.
Weaver under center. 4th and a yard. LJ Butler, first down and then some.
Or that. That's all you got to do.
How about that in your own territory going for it?
Hey, that was a statement right there, folks. Look at Shadow Creek crowd, don't know what to think. Really, they're going for it. Yeah, watch this. We get the ball to 22 here. Great job up front, sealing it off. Following lead blocker that time, number 15 for the Wagner Thunderbirds. Andre Booker doing a great job sealing it off. And LJ doing the rest.
And so it is first down, Wagner. This is the T-Birds' 3rd possession of the game. Tied at 7. They're at the 40-yard line. Weaver under center. LJ, nope, pitch to Black. Trying to get upfield, and a good job of getting low and getting what he can there by Carlton Black.
Yeah, that was all Black. And again, they're having to work for everything they're getting outside today, Bob, because the lateral speed, like Gabe was saying, the lateral speed of Shadow Creek is as good as any that we've seen this year. And not that Black don't have speed. We've seen him break away, but today may not be a breakaway day. Today might be go get 4, 5, 6 yards and a first down.
And I'll tell you what, I'll take that 3 yards.
Yes.
No doubt. So it is 2nd down and 7. LJ Butler again. Room on the right side, and he's out near midfield.
5
first down.
5 defenders on the tackle for Shadow Creek to take him down, and after he gained substantial amount of yardage there. That young man, I'll tell you, again, if he don't go, this offense don't go. It's plain and simple. You got to run another style offense. The fullback's got to be exactly what you're seeing today. This is a textbook clinic for all you coaches that are watching, how to run the flex bone offense and utilize that fullback and what the fullback offers. Off of the play action, off of that with your quarterback and your slot back.
11 carries and 74 yards already for LJ Butler.
And the clock is running.
Butler up. Well, we just talked about how hard he is to stop from that close, but Shadow Creek did it right there, and it's going to be 4th and a yard again.
Yeah, you start bringing guys up in, you have to, especially in short yardage situation. 4th down and short again. I mean, you went for it on inside your own 40 here, so they're going to go for it here, 4th and inches here. They got to make the 50-yard line to get the first down.
Second 4th down conversion attempt this drive. They need the 50. Butler stretches it close.
He got it.
He put the ball on top of the 50-yard line. Depends on where the knee was down. First down.
First down. And that's hey, that is a smart football player for just being a sophomore. LJ Butler, he knew where the first down, he knew the yard line he needed to get, and he made sure he put the football where it needed to be for that first down.
Tell you what, guys, Wagner is just grinding the clock here as well.
Watch right here, getting up, getting his shoulder pads down there. 44 gets there, but he gets there a little bit, half a second too late.
Warren Chankle with a stop there, but ball at midfield for the T-Birds. Weaver, option left, pitches it off. And that's LJ Butler on the reception of the option pitch. He's out of bounds, and there's a late flag as he goes out the 42-yard line.
LJ Butler does it all, man. He can run it up in there. He can run it outside to be the pitch man. A late flag there. Let's see.
Very late. Could be along the run. That's kind of in the area that it's at.
It's so late, I'm thinking it's a dead ball, but let's see.
After the play.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Unnecessary roughness. Offense, number 68. 15 yards.
Wow.
Second down.
Wow. That's
I knew it was a dead ball. But, you know, again, unnecessary roughness. Unnecessary is a very subjective term. As an offensive lineman, you use necessary force all the time, and if you finish too hard after a play, sometimes that's misconstrued as, you know, unnecessary, but that's a big penalty that's going to back them up 15 here.
Let's go to Gabe Farias on the sideline. Gabe.
Guys, I did not see a thing. The flag came in way, way late. But what it is very apparent is that the Wagner Thunderbirds and Charlie Bruce are going to ride the LJ train in this football game, guys. Look at the stats right now, and the yardage versus both teams, phenomenal for Wagner.
They'll have Carlton Black in, though, at running back this time. They give to Jarrell Brown going left.
He's low.
Brown, hard to bring down. Gets to the 45-yard line, and now, wow.
You gotta throw that flag. There you go.
Carlton Black has, Jeremiah Harris literally had Carlton Black in a headlock, and there was no call.
Yep. And I tell you, I see.
This could be going back the other. Now Charlie Bruce is absolutely
I see what's happening.
livid.
I see what's happening. And that last penalty on the offensive lineman, he burped a guy on his back. Now everybody's getting a little chippy down there.
It's getting physical.
Hey, that's the name of the game, physicality, and get you some. You know, in a game like this, you got to be controlled. That time, looks like Shadow Creek should be the one caught here. Well, he's the one that swung.
Carlton Black.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 11. 15 yards from the end of the run. Yep. Automatic first down.
Let's go to Gabe Farias down on the sideline.
Yeah, guys, I want to get a coach's perspective. I want to get Andy's perspective on this, because what it seems like is a really solid group of referees getting a hold of this football game really, really early. Andy, what are your thoughts as a coach?
Yes, I totally agree. We met referee Eddie Kelly down on the field before the game, and he was very much receptive to what we're trying to do, and he wants this thing to be a clean game. So they're setting the tone right now for both teams that, hey, you know, we're going to let you play, but you're going to play within the realm of what we think is fair and consistent.
So a new set of downs for Wagner, and Carlton Black is the running back. LJ getting a breather now as Tobias will keep it going left, and Tobias Weaver patiently moving the ball forward, a gain of about 3 there.
Again, the key to the Wagner offense is patience. You just said it, Bobby. Be patient. We don't have to get in a hurry. The clock is still running. We're chewing clock. And again, Shadow Creek's going to have to start taking advantage of some of their offensive possessions, because Wagner Thunderbirds are eating a half a quarter every time they get the football.
It's amazing. Shadow Creek, at the 404-minute mark of the second, have touched the ball twice.
And this is
a 5-play drive and then a 3-and-out. Second down. Counter
Oh,
play, loose,
no.
and it's loose at the 44-yard line. That one,
Wagner does that move.
Wagner really is going to be fortunate there and leave it to one of the big guys to bail the little guys out, but that was Renee Trevino.
That could have been a scoop and score the other way very easily, Bobby.
Warren Schenkel had it on the hop, and he was going to take it to the end zone, but he dropped the ball.
Wow.
Big break for the team.
Blown opportunity for Shadow Creek right there. That's the way the ball bounces every once in a while, though. It might be Wagner's kind of day. You never know.
So it's 3rd and long. Weaver hasn't thrown yet. He will here. Drops back, looks left and throws. Got a man open, and Brown on the crossing route, incomplete.
Yeah, this is actually Tobias' second pass of the game. He threw it to Black earlier for an incomplete, now Brown for an incomplete. Black and Brown receivers there, but he was open. The ball was just a little bit off the mark there.
So the T-Birds are going to have to punt now.
I don't know about have to, but let's see what they come out here right here. They're going to back up.
And so it is Keelan Jackson. And a timeout on the field.
Timeout.
3:08 to go here in the second. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Hi folks, Joel Dollar here with the Mission Open Air Market. Come do your Christmas shopping here. We've got over 60 acres of holiday bargains. Do your Christmas shopping here, folks, every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the corner of Morrison Boulevard and Southeast Loop 410, and I'll see you here.
My mom works for Chevy. My dad works for Chevy.
We're all part of the Chevy family. And right now, so are you.
Because our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
Chevy price you pay is what we pay, and not a cent more. Welcome to the family.
Use your employee discount for everyone to get over $5,000 below MSRP on this Equinox. Plus, get an additional $1,000 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Newly reported cases of STDs are on the rise. Often, individuals don't know they are infected. Protect yourself and follow safe practices. Get tested and know your status. The scariest things in life are the unknown. To get tested, call the number on your screen.
So Weaver going to punt here after the timeout by Shadow Creek. High punt. And Jackson going to let it bounce, and he thought about picking it up, but this will roll down at the 18. And we're seeing Gandy, what we're seeing here from Wagner in the 7-7 tie is a good old game of keep away.
Ball control, man. Ball control, control the tempo. They can't score if they don't have the football. And that's been a tried and true method of defense. I know the great teams that have great records, their defense ain't on the field a lot. They're just not, because the offense is grinding it out, putting together big, long chunks of yardage drives. So what, that time Wagner had to pump, but they did flip the field, but more importantly, they burned a lot of clock.
And so Isaiah Harper is now the running back in the game. He is behind Jamarian George out of the pistol. And George gonna throw deep, nobody home.
Yeah, seeing a little frustration right there. That's frustration on first down. We got to get it all back right now. This is, again, both of these offenses are used to putting up huge numbers. Wagner is up in the almost the 60 points per game range. Shadow Creek is upwards of 46, 47 points a game, and they're sitting here 7-7, getting ready to go into halftime. So there's a little frustration even on the offensive coordinators probably, and they're the adults. They need to be patient and understand it's about this game, and if we got to win this game 10-7, so be it.
And I don't see Marquez Houlihan in the game as Shadow Creek going to throw the tunnel screen. There's a flag on the play as this is completed and brought to the 26-yard line.
I think we're going to have a legal formation or shit. They didn't have enough on the line of scrimmage, I don't think.
C.J. Guidry with that catch if it stands.
Illegal formation.
There you go.
Offense.
Hey, you know, you're right, Andy.
Four people in the back.
When you're kind of used to having your way offensively all year and all of a sudden it's not happening.
It's greedy, yeah.
It's tough.
Don't be greedy today if you're the offensive coordinator, either one of these teams. The one that's going to be the most patient and take what the defense gives you. I mean, you're in a brand new ball game here, 0-0, 7-7. That's the same effect as you're playing the game here. So,
2nd and 15. As again, the running back is Isaiah Harper. You wonder what happened to Houlihan. And so, Jamarian George will take the snap, and he'll run the draw play to Harper. Nowhere to go, but he makes something of it anyways, as he's out to the 18-yard line. And that is all Isaiah Harper, because that was dead to right, stopped in the backfield, and he made a few guys miss.
Yeah, that was a great job by Harper that time, not giving up on it. He was able to keep churning and burning there and going and picking up, getting back to the original line of scrimmage here. And again, getting yourself out from underneath the shadow of your own goalpost.
And so 3rd down coming, 0 for 2 on 3rd downs. Shadow Creek here tonight. 3rd and 10. George rolls right, still rolling. Throws, and it's almost intercepted. And Javon Barnes stepped in front of it.
And I'll tell you what, he read that all the way. He almost got himself an INT right there. You see his ability to close in a hurry that time. And
Javon and Kayvon, man, that is a deadly combination, those twins back there.
Yeah, they're using a little sprint out action that time. That was kind of a hard throw that time by George. He didn't actually get his shoulder squared to the target, and that ball kind of sailed just a little bit late getting there. Great defense by the Wagner Thunderbirds.
And so it's going to be Stevens back to return the punt. T-Birds get close on that. Stevens on the return. Will be stopped at the 44. We'll be back with the final minute 34 of the half. You're watching the High School Football Showcase State Semifinals, presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
My mom works for Chevy. My dad works for Chevy.
We're all part of the Chevy family. And right now, so are you.
Because our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay, and not a cent more. Welcome to the family.
Use your employee discount for everyone to get almost $9,700 below MSRP on this Tahoe. Plus, get an additional $1,500 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes, you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
Welcome back here to NRG Stadium. Bobby Stotzenberger, Andy Skelton, and Gabe Fadias. Here's a big drive for Wagner. They've got the 2 timeouts, Andy, and 45 yards to try to take the lead.
Right, now you're going to see a little more urgency here. They might open it up a little bit, but, you know, again, you're going to keep doing what you do, but have a little more urgency after you run the play.
Tobias Weaver under center. Gives to L.J. Butler. Butler going left, and he ain't afraid of contact. Up to the 43-yard line, and he's getting it too. He
is, I'll tell you. And again, the key is watching when he finishes his run. Where's he going? He is following forward, and he gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He's picking up 2 yards.
T-Birds quickly to the line, and 2nd and 8. Counter to Black. Up the middle, Carlton Black had to turn it in to the 41-yard line. Tell you what, there's some.
Yeah, the big boys there getting after it up front. There you see number 50 for the Wagner Thunderbirds, and he getting up though. He don't want to lay on the field here. Noe Diaz, center, doing a heck of a job up front, anchoring that offensive line for the Wagner Thunderbirds.
T-Birds this afternoon or this evening, 3 out of 8 on 3rd down conversions. They got a couple of 4th down conversions. That's why that number's skewed. 3rd down, 6 to go. L.J. Butler going left side. L.J.
still up.
Gonna get stopped short, but this is, now if you're Shadow Creek, you're gonna burn a timeout.
Timeout. Shadow Creek.
Timeout
2nd call. 30-second timeout.
And Gabe, this is really a good job by Wagner, of at the very least, even if they don't convert here, they should be able to leave Shadow Creek with very little time. So where we go. Andy, what do you think here? I mean, obviously this is a go for it. You're too close to punt, or you could punt.
Well, I mean,
and pin them back. That's not a bad
get the
option.
first down. You know, get the first down, get out of bounds. I mean, you still got time for that. It's, you know, to me, I'd work on the 4 yards and then, you know, see what you got. But if you got any trick or racing at all, you know, why not? You know, I mean, but Charlie Bruce, he has a plan for this. That's what they do. That's why they're up there long hours on the weekend. They flip every little stone over, every little situation here, so they have an idea where they want. Looks like they're going to punt it away right here, Bob.
But keep in mind, L.J. Butler is up back in this situation. Tobias Weaver is the punter.
Nobody back for Shadow Creek.
Low snap. Weaver in trouble here. Will get it away, and he gets blown up. And that's going to be roughing the punter, although since it hit the ground, I'm not sure about that. It will roll to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, he's still protected as a kicker.
Ball at the down at the 8-yard line. Let's see what.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. Number 27. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Your Wagner, you still got the 2 timeouts, but you only got 14 seconds. That was a 16-second play, amazingly, but the T-Birds may get into field goal range.
Yeah, that's because that ball bounced around a little bit there, but yeah, now you got a shot. Now you have a legitimate shot at getting some points out of this thing here. Got to manage the clock here.
I think you run it twice and then try to kick the ball. That's just how
get the play clocks going.
You can run 2 plays here, and you got 2 timeouts. So Wagner doesn't have to panic. Option right. Weaver keeps. Weaver up the middle. There's a timeout. To the 15-yard line.
Wagner.
Now you got 8 seconds.
Second charge. 30-second timeout.
Now you got right here. Great job by Tobias getting his shoulder pad. Again, he is such a tough kid to bring down as well.
Let's go to Gabe Farias down on the sideline.
Yeah, guys, I think it's incredibly important for this Wagner Thunderbirds team to get some points right now. They have dominated the stats, 158 total yards to 35 total yards. But the one stat they're not dominating in is the score. They're tied at 7. I think it's important for them to get points on this possession, especially with Shadow Creek getting the football to start the second half.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree with what Gabe's saying there, because this game right here is not going to be a 56-46 game. It's not.
No.
It's going to be 21-14.
Well, they're lining up here with 8 seconds. I'm a little surprised. I guess you can't take the chance of an 8-second play there, so a 30-yard field goal attempt here for the T-Birds. Guevara. High enough, long enough, straight enough, and good. There you go.
You got the lead.
Wagner 10, Shadow Creek 7, 3 seconds to go in the half. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company. And we'll keep it here for the final 3 seconds.
That was huge.
Well, they get points out of it.
That's, again, it's not pretty. It's not, who cares what it looks like as long as it's a win at the end of the thing right here and you're going to Jerry Wolf to play for the state championship. Again, anybody can second-guess coaches when you're not the ones down there pulling the trigger, but great job. Again, these coaches on both sides have a plan. They spend hours and hours and hours getting ready for this thing. And they know what they want to do. They know the personnel they have and who they want in what situation, taking care of the business.
So now they'll have to kick it off and be careful on the return.
Yeah, you don't want to give up a big play here on the return, especially with only 3 seconds. I would imagine a squib or something like that to one side of the field or the other, so you're only covering half the field. You don't give them the whole field to run sideline to sideline, so kick it to the number and cover all the way to that number, close the door on them, and the half's over.
That was a 6-play, 15-yard drive that took a minute 40. And Omar Guevara with a 30-yard field goal.
That's a short drive, time of possession, because they only had a minute 44 left.
I tell you, Guevara got a good lift on that ball. It wasn't a really strong kick, but he got up off the ground quickly.
Well, he had a good wind behind it, Bobby, as we're playing indoors.
So Guevara will squib it.
Now cover it. You got to cover it.
As it is picked up.
Don't let him out. Don't let him out.
And some room to run. But they're going to get well, he's still on his feet. Great return. But it will end with that stop right there. Nice return there.
That is in. That was the second quarter.
Let's go to Gabe Farias. As he will have Coach Charlie Bruce as the T-Birds 10-7 lead. Let's go to Charlie. Go ahead, Gabe.
All right, Coach Bruce. Great first half for your guys. Points are at a premium. You got those 3 big points here at the end of the first half. Take us through what you guys did to be successful in that first half.
Well, we're just playing T-Bird football. We're blessed to get those points. Offensive, defense is playing hard, and this is what you want in the state semifinal game.
Coach, best of luck second half.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
All right, folks, we'll be back with our halftime show in just a moment. Wagner leading the state semifinals over Shadow Creek by the score of 10-7. You're watching the High School Football Showcase, presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes, you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
And welcome back to the NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. We're at the half. The Wagner Thunderbirds lead the Shadow Creek Sharks 10-7. It's the 5A Division I state semifinal round. And it has been a really good game. Bobby Stotzenberg along with Andy Skelton high atop the Catbird seat. And I tell you what, the Wagner Thunderbirds, Andy, have played it just about right. They have controlled the clock. They have controlled the pace of this game. Shadow Creek did score on their first drive, but it was a 35-yard drive because of the field position battle that they won early. But the T-Bird defense has stepped up with 2 stops. The offense is playing keep away. 10-7 is not particularly comfortable, but the pace of this game favors the T-Birds.
I'll tell you what, I don't care what a win looks like as long as you win the game. And right now you got 2 defenses playing lights out. You got the Thunderbird defense and the Thunderbird offense. The Thunderbird offense has burned almost, I believe, 18. We'll look at the numbers later. 18 minutes of the first half they had the football, and which limits your offense if you're Shadow Creek. And again, those guys are explosive as well, but they haven't had a chance to be explosive because they're not on the football field.
Well, and if these long drives continue for Wagner, you've got to believe at some point Shadow Creek is going to wear down, and then you can pop the big play. Big plays aren't going to become easy for the T-Birds in this game. Shadow Creek's just too good defensively. Right. However, when you're winded, things can happen. So if this can continue in the second half, the T-Birds have an excellent shot.
Well, I think you're going to see a big play or two, especially with the speed and the likes that Wagner has with Black and even Tobias Weaver and Butler getting out in the open field. But when you got a 13, 14, 16 play drive back-to-back, that defense for Shadow Creek right now, I guarantee you they're sucking down the Gatorade and sucking air, getting ready to go here in the second half. They played a lot in the first half.
It's a mind game right now for the Shadow Creek offense because they've only had 3 possessions. That is really difficult when you're used to just running up and down the field. You did score on the first possession, but they haven't had a chance. And so I think we saw a little bit of, or lack of patience, I think, by Shadow Creek on their second and third drive.
Let's face it, it's an ego thing.
Right.
You know, when you say, hey, my offense puts up this many points and I'm an offensive coordinator, or if I'm the quarterback of that offense, hey, you lose your patience a little bit and feel like you got to hit the home run and get it all back. And that's what we saw with Shadow Creek on their last drive there in the half. They were trying to throw deep on first down and seeing if they couldn't get a quick, cheap touchdown right there. They're going to have to go to work, and they're going to have to eat some clock themselves. And Shadow Creek's still in this thing. You know, it's just a matter of them taking advantage of their drives and putting some points on the board.
All right, we're going to take a look now at the Wagner Thunderbird marching band here performing in the state semifinals. Well, that's a little shot of the Wagner dance and drill team there. A little Jingle Bell Rock. We'll take a break. We'll get you some first half stats and highlights, and we might catch a little more of this Wagner T-Bird band. At the half, the T-Birds lead it over Shadow Creek 10-7. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV.
Yep, just 2 smart guys saving money at San Antonio's newest auto parts recycling yard, AAA Auto Recyclers. Come check out our new lower prices and large inventory. Be smart and save money at AAA Auto Recyclers, Highway 16 South.
Thomas J. Henry consistently achieves multi-million-dollar results for injured clients. When you've been hurt, call Thomas J. Henry.
The Tri-County Chamber does a great job of putting us in contact with other businesses that can help me grow my business. I love the fact that the Tri-County Chamber is invested locally here in the community. If you're looking to grow your business, the Tri-County Chamber is the organization to be a part of. My name is Jason Setzer. I own Acme Graphics, and I'm a proud Texas Tri-County Chamber member.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now, and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champion. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Did you know there is a way to protect yourself against HIV? PrEP, or pre-exposure prophylaxis, is a daily pill that is up to 92% effective. Learn how you can protect yourself by using the PrEP pill. Contact our clinic to learn more at 210-207-5260.
A 10-7 lead here for Wagner as the T-Bird Band faces the home crowd and comes off. Well, Andy, it's been a long season for those young men and women too. They're hoping at least one more time they can do it at Cowboy Stadium in, AT&T Cowboy Stadium in Arlington against Highland Park. But great job by the T-Bird Band as we take a look at the numbers, and they're pretty staggering considering what an explosive offensive team Shadow Creek is. That's just straightaway keep away.
Yeah.
They've got 31 yards of offense. Their touchdown drive was 35 yards, so that means on the last two Shadow Creek possessions, they've lost 4 yards of offense.
Yeah, and right there you see 0 for passing yards for Wagner. Well, they've only thrown 2 passes. They've been running, 154 yards of that. That's been on the ground and getting after it. And again, like you say, playing keep away, burning clock, putting together large chunks of yardage and drives and things like that. And again, 10-7. You look at these stats, and some people will be like, well, that's not a whole lot of production. Well, it's production because, number one, you're winning 10-7.
Right.
That's the major production that you need to see on something like that. So, again, I think we're seeing how this game's going to play out. It's not going to be a lot of fireworks in the second half. And, again, that three-point kick was on a field goal. We said in the pregame that's going to come down to the kicking game when this thing's all said and done.
Well, I tell you what, and, sometimes luck plays into things. Wagner did put it on the turf one time. It could have very easily been a scoop and score for Shadow Creek. The kid from the Sharks, he wasn't able to pick it up cleanly, and that was a break. And the T-Birds, they recovered from that, and that's important that they not put the ball on the turf. I think their style of offense and their patience to run it is going to have them in this game no matter what all the way to the end.
Yeah, and again, there's not a whole lot of change going on and I know for a fact in the Thunderbird locker room, probably not even in the Shadow Creek locker room right now, because they haven't been on the field enough to really see where they need to make their adjustments. And you're going to do what you've done all week coming in here. You've been up there all week practicing and watching film and studying each other, and you're not going to reinvent the wheel here at halftime. So just a matter of Shadow Creek, if they're going to get the ball back, what they do with it. If Wagner keeps chewing clock and running what they've been doing right now. Right now they're playing the perfect season's coming to a head right now, and they're playing their best football right now, and hopefully they're going to play their best football next week if this thing works out today.
All right, it's 10-7 Wagner at the break. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from the first half when we return with more of the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
My mom works for Chevy. My dad works for Chevy.
We're all part of the Chevy family. And right now, so are you.
Because our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay, and not a cent more. Welcome to the family.
Use your employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $11,800 on this Silverado Texas edition. Plus, get an additional $1,500 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now, and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Got land? Let's build.
At Southwest Homes, we make it easy.
This was absolutely a pain and worry-free process. We just felt secure in dealing with Southwest Homes.
We had a picture of a home that we wanted built. We added to it to make it look like what we wanted to. And we had no problems whatsoever.
They showed us that we could have the home that we wanted.
I love Southwest Homes.
Call today or go to yourswh.com. At Southwest Homes, better really is easy.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL Football State Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 19th on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
The city of Converse is growing exponentially, and our community is excited to share the news. Our community is expanding from 7 square miles and a population of 25,000 to 22 square miles and approximately 100,000 people in the next 15 years. That equals opportunity for new homes, along with commercial, retail, and job growth. Choose Converse as a great place to live, work, and play. Check out more information at www.chooseconverse.com.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes, you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
10-7 our score here in the 5A Division I state semifinal. There you see the Shadow Creek High School band. This is their first year, Andy, performing halftime because they opened up as a freshman JV type schedule for 2 years, kind of like Veterans Memorial of San Antonio, which makes it all the more impressive that they're here in the semifinals at 14-0. But this band, they're young as well. As we take a quick listen in here to the Shadow Creek High School band. right, that's the Shadow Creek Band as we take a look at the highlights from this first half, as these two teams came in with great records, 13-1 against 14-0. Shadow Creek got it going early with Jamari and George throwing.
Yeah, great ball, deep ball here right there to set up the go-ahead touchdown here.
And then on the first drive, George finishes it off, whoop, whoop, and a 6-yard run, 7-zip. But Wagner then goes on an 82-yard drive, a lot of number 22.
16-play drive, a lot of it to the, again, LJ Butler running the LJ train.
And then it came down to a 4th down at the 2. Why not? LJ again, 2-yard run to tie it up. And this was big. Kicking game, Omar Guevara right here at the end of the half.
Well, we said pre-game it's going to come down to the kicking game, but right now that's the winning field goal.
That's Omar Guevara's 30-yard field goal. We mentioned it would be big. It was. It helped Shadow Creek get their first score. It helped Wagner get their last score. Kicking game is definitely factoring in to this contest here tonight. It's the state semifinals of 5A Division I. We'll be back with more from NRG Stadium in just a moment. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now, and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Hi folks, Joel Dahl here with the Mission Open Air Market. Come do your Christmas shopping here. We've got over 60 acres of holiday bargain. Hey folks, when you're out at the Mission, don't forget we've got new clothes, we've got toys, we've got antiques, collectibles, we've got bicycles for the kids, we've got saws, hand tools for the men. Hey folks, we even got a farmer's market. You name it, we've got it. Do your Christmas shopping here folks, every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the corner of Morrison Boulevard and Southeast Loop 410, and I'll see you here.
From the day it opened its doors in 1913, Schertz Bank & Trust has been a pillar of the community. Banking has changed dramatically in the 100-plus years since, but one thing that hasn't changed is Schertz Bank & Trust's small-town community bank standards of friendly, personal service with a smile, business and personal loans and accounts of all types, plus all the modern conveniences you need. Schertz Bank & Trust is ready to be your financial institution of choice. Call 210-945-7400 or visit them online at schertzbank.com.
Thomas J. Henry, a lawyer with more than 25 years' experience. A law firm that has resolved tens of thousands of cases for people who have been hurt in accidents. Winner of numerous industry awards and recognized by the nation's top publications. With offices across Texas and over 100 attorneys ready to fight for you. When you've been injured, you deserve the best. Call Thomas J. Henry.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
At NRG Stadium as the second half is getting ready to resume. The T-Birds of Wagner lead it 10-7. Bobby Stotzenberger, Andy Skelton from the booth here at NRG Stadium. Quickly, Andy, second half adjustments as you see them.
Well, if you're Shadow Creek, you're going to have to find a way to steal one possession. If this thing goes back and forth on the, they're behind. They're going to have to find a way to steal possession, and because they may not get the ball back that much because of the Wagner offense. If you're Wagner, keep feeding 22, keep running your offense that you've been running all day long, and go win you a ball game and go to the state championship.
Keep them in front. It should be a great second half. Gabe Fadias will be on the sidelines in just a moment with Coach Butler from the Shadow Creek Sharks. We'll take a break. We'll have the second half coming up next. Wagner leading the semifinal 10-7 over Shadow Creek. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Got land? Let's build.
At Southwest Homes, we make it easy.
This was absolutely a pain and worry-free process. We just felt secure in dealing with Southwest Homes.
We had a picture of a home that we wanted built. We added to it to make it look like what we wanted to. And we had no problems whatsoever.
They showed us that we could have the home that we wanted.
I love Southwest Homes.
Call today or go to yourswh.com. At Southwest Homes, better really is easy.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Bobby Stotzenberg along with Gabe Fadias on the sidelines and Andy Skelton here in the booth. Andy, you see the T-Birds warming up. They played a really good first half, and you know, a lot of credit to that defense stopping Shadow Creek twice as we stand by for Coach Brad Butler of the Shadow Creek Sharks, and they have to be. I think they seem to be the more frustrated team because they haven't been able to really unleash their offense.
Right, they've had limited opportunities because of the effectiveness of the time of possession. Again, looking at the numbers there, 21 minutes and 21 seconds. Wagner's offense had the football in the first half out of 24. So
that's pretty staggering.
You know, that's insane. So it's one of those deals that, you know, yeah, you got to take advantage of when you have the football. And again, you might want to have to do something to try to, you know, get the football back.
I tell you what, though, if you load up the box to stop the run and you commit to it completely, like shooting guys through and sending everyone through, which is what it takes a lot of times to stop Wagner, they will throw over the top. Cobb is a very good receiver. Tobias, if he can get it to him, they get big plays. They have done it all season. That could open up for the T-Birds.
Right, and to stop this veer, you got to rely on your secondary to come up and help on pitch, bundle the pitch with your safety. You want to cover three, look if you can get it, 8 men in the box kind of look, but you got to stop that fullback.
Check.
So
check.
Let's go to Gabe Fadias.
2, 3.
Yep, that was I'm sorry, that was a no, guys. He just said no interview and walked off. There you go.
Well, you got that choice.
Yes, you do.
Andy, you would never pass an opportunity to stand next to a good-looking guy like Gabe Fadias, even if you were down 10-7,
I would probably talk to him for a little bit and answer a couple questions. But I'm a nice guy, though, so.
All right, here come the T-Birds. Ready for a second half. One shot at glory here in the 2018 season. The Highland Park Scots, the two-time defending state champs of Class 5A Division I, awaiting the winner. How about Randy Allen in Highland Park? He's got Jerry Jones' grandson, and he wins 2 straight state championships. He retires for all of 3 weeks. He got bored in 3 weeks. He said, what the heck, I'll come back. Or maybe he realized he had another great team and said, you know what, I don't know if I can walk from these guys.
Yeah, when you coach as long as he has, you know, it's tough to hang it up and then you realize, what am I doing? You know, it's one of those deals that, you know, I've heard it said many times, people that retire, they usually die. So you got to keep doing something with yourself. So he's still coaching them up, got him in the state championship.
Well, the Scots await the winner of this one. There you see Coach Charlie Bruce. The T-Birds were 4-6 last year. They were 1-6 in district play. But they were in a very tough district, and that's a district that we cover pretty extensively with our radio coverage. And what I remember about the 1-6 record in district play last year was the T-Birds were in almost every one of those games. They led Steele at the half, for example, and that was with a young team. And what you're watching here this season is it coming full circle where the T-Birds they drop a level, but they also have a lot of experience coming back from a very tough district.
Right, we already called that the perfect storm. You know, UIL helped them out with the realignment in terms of that, but I mean, that's UIL. That's what they do every 2 years, and it just timed out. This is a timing thing. Going to state championships with teams are timing. You got to have the right things come in. You have to have a little bit of luck along the way as well.
Well, the T-Birds have had some trouble covering. So this is a very interesting start with the kickoff as they will squib it down the field. And Shadow Creek, that's as much of a squib as it was an onside kick. And so they concede some field position as Bo Burns, or check that, Javon Beal was right there to recover the ball. So I don't think that's the way Charlie Bruce drew that one up.
Well, I mean, I think also they respect the deep guys. They must have seen something on film that Keelan Jackson and company, got some wheels back there apparently, and they didn't want to give that up. They'd rather concede midfield than give them into their own territory, maybe a touchdown on that return.
Well, we are. Looks like Highland is out for the game. It appears, Andy. He's not in. Isaiah Harper still the running back. He'll get the handoff. He's got big room on the left side, and he'll get a first down as he will get dropped to the turf. And that was a body slam, and now a late hit after the play. And
he
boy,
hit his own player.
Lots of chippiness.
If you watch it,
on the first play.
Hey, he hit the late hit his own player. I mean, I don't know. All right. They're playing football.
I tell you what, they sealed the edge really nicely.
Yeah,
there,
they did.
though.
They came back here to the short side of the field, had some numbers there. So let's see what the
result of the play is a first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 34. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Number one, it's almost like that didn't happen because they do get the first down. So what? You lose 15 yards from there.
Right here on the
so now it's going to be 1st and 10 again. Now we didn't get the violation here. That's not on Wagner, but after the play, there you see Big 75 on the ground. He got hit after the play. So now Shadow Creek, instead of being near midfield, will start from the 44.
They actually lost yardage.
And they did, 5 yards further back. As Harper will get it again, trying to get the edge, being chased, won't get there. Great lateral pursuit by the T-Birds.
Yeah, great job that time by Max Ariano. Again, you've seen some lateral speed of the linebackers of the Wagner Thunderbird getting inside out on that. And right now, the Shadow Creek Sharks are inching their way backward. They're going in the wrong direction.
And so that is a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12. And George going to hand it off again. There's the swarm. Well, they came out with the intention of running, but the T-Birds have held up well here on these last 2 plays.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you, number 33, that inside linebacker, Michael Turbin, you've seen him all season being able to get in. He gets in there and disrupts it just enough for the rest of the cavalry to get there for the Wagner Thunderbirds. 3rd down and 15 here.
Hey, you know who else is in? Big 75, Chris Cunningham. When I say big, that is the least we could say. He weighs 360 there, right there in the middle of your screen at the nose guard position. Deep side, right side, overthrown, good coverage. That essentially will be equivalent to a 3 and out there for Shadow Creek.
Well, that's tough, you know, when you get in there and you do good on the very first play and then you get a silly penalty that moves you back, and those are drive killers right there. We talked about coming out of halftime. You gotta have to take advantage of your offensive possessions. If you're Shadow Creek, you're not gonna get many more. You might get 1 or 2 in the quarter, and that's it.
So a 3 and out here, essentially, even though they didn't get a first down on that drive. Low snap. Kick is away. Fair catch call made. And a late hit.
And that. So that's, again, that's not going to get it done.
Add 15 to that.
That's not going to get it done if you're Shadow Creek coming in after a fair catch and hitting the guy.
We'll hear the penalty call here first. And that was a fair catch. You can't hit him. T-Birds will get.
After the play, 1st and 5. Kicking team, number 10. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down. Timeout.
All right, timeout on the field. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV.
Six Flags Holiday in the Park, the biggest and brightest holiday celebration with millions of twinkling lights, dazzling holiday entertainment, visits with Santa, plus thrilling coasters. Save up to 70% on 2019 combo season passes and get free admission to Holiday in the Park. Buy 4, get a free upgrade to Gold with free parking and more. Don't miss Holiday in the Park, only at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, more than 100 Americans die each day in traffic crashes, and more than 6,000 per day are injured. If you were injured in a car crash, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious auto accident cases and get serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Wagner Thunderbirds' first possession of the second half starts in good field position after the penalty. They lead it 10-7. T-Birds in this third quarter moving left to right. Tobias Weaver under center. Give it to L.J. Butler, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. And only L.J. Butler could manage a yard there because the defense was there. They slanted right into it.
Well, Warren Schenkel, he triggered, man. He's seen it 18 times already in the first half. He got there in a hurry that time. Pretty good tackle. But again, that looked like that should have been a drop for a loss, and Butler's falling forward for a yard.
So it's second down and a yard. Or second and 9, I should say, after a yard gain. Twin receivers to the left side of the field. Weaver. Option play right side. Give to Butler again. He's stacked up again. But the file moves forward.
Still moving strong.
Boy, he is strong. Super strong. Let's check in with Gabe on the sideline. You had you heard some of the defensive coaches before that last series for Wagner.
Actually, no, Bobby. What I heard was from Coach Butler. Obviously, he came by, and he's an incredibly nice man. He just didn't want to talk coming out of the locker room, but hearing the coaches from Shadow Creek, the theme was be smart, be physical. Be smart, be physical. I heard that repeated several times. We'll see how they react here in the second half. Back to you.
So third down here and 7. Weaver going to throw. Looking for Cobb. He's open for a moment, and he's got it. Touchdown, Wagner. Great throw by Tobias Weaver. He was open early. The coverage came late, but it got just over them, and Cobb has a touchdown for the T-Birds.
Only 2 passes thrown, his third pass of the game. This one counts. It's money ball right here. Great ball, great concentration that time by the big man, and going and getting it in the end zone.
And the defenders kind of ran into each other there.
They had him double cover, but he able to get behind him. Good ball by Tobias Weaver there.
Joshua Cobb with the touchdown, and the T-Birds now have a 2-score lead.
Well,
extra point pending.
They lull you to sleep with the running game, like you said. Boom, there's your big play over the top.
Extra point is good. Wagner 17, Shadow Creek 7. 10:27 to go in the third. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Do what San Antonio families have done for over 4 decades and have Bjorn's help you enjoy watching Rudolph and Charlie Brown on a new custom home theater system. Or fill your holiday gatherings with the highest quality audio on a new turntable or sleek wireless speakers. Escape the holiday madness for family movie nights with Elf and Polar Express on an ultra high definition television. Bjorn's is your source for the highest quality, the most knowledgeable staff with service to match, all at great prices. That's Bjorn's, just Bjorn's.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
That was a 3-play and a 51-yard drive, set up by a couple of 15-yard penalties that Shadow Creek hurt themselves. And then when the T-Birds hit Andy on passing, it's big. 48 yards to Tobias Weaver to Joshua Cobb. The defenders kind of both went after the ball at the same time and ran into each other, and it went just over them into Joshua Cobb's arms, 48 yards.
Yeah, I think they were a little surprised that Cobb got behind him there. They're trying to make up coverage and ended up sharing space there, running into each other. And again, Tobias Weaver, great job putting the ball over the top there. They've seen a heavy dose of that run game, so they're sneaking up. They got caught cheating that time, I think.
Well, there we go. We got it synced up. That's at 9:02. Slip kick again. Return it to the 48-yard line. And L.J.
Butler in on kicking. Hey, there's no rest for the weary, man. They got their starters in on all phases of the game.
You got to play it. Now we're at the we said 10 minutes at that last moment. It was the 9:02 mark that they scored. 8:58 now and here in the third. Shadow Creek has some work to do.
Well, Charlie Bruce and the Thunderbirds already shown they're not going to kick the ball deep. They're going to go ahead and concede and give up the field position to play defense here.
so Shadow Creek going to go to their third running back. That is Javen Bell, number 28, but they're going to throw it out in the right flat. Headed upfield at the 45 and knocked out at the 43-yard line. There's Keelan Jackson. Good for a Shadow Creek first down.
Yeah, knocked out by Kayvon Barnes, the other twin of 21, Tavon Barnes, but 20 gets there that time and knocks him out of bounds. But after a big gain that time, that was a foot race between the inside linebacker Max Ariano and the running back.
Marion George will hand it off this time, and that one was blown up in the backfield. Bell with the carry there, but Wagner came on a stop. They were in the backfield.
Yeah, Juana Boitez comes in there, slanted the gap right here. Let's see if we see it on the replay. He was able to shoot through there.
God, he got through.
His guy was trying to pull, so he actually blew it up pretty quick.
Are you amazed how quick he got in there? Just impressive.
They're able to pin their ears back a little bit right here when you got two hands in the ground.
Marion George to throw. Now he'll run. And he'll spin free. And now he's down the sidelines, and they're not going to catch him. That's what makes Marion George such a great dual threat quarterback. He'll take it to the house, 44 yards.
There's their answer right there. They're going to get the quarterback into the game here. Straight drop pass protection here. I think it might have been a draw. No, it was actually, he read it on the run. He saw the grass and the weak side linebacker vacated, so he replaced him. And he turned on the jet, so you see his quicks.
So Shadow Creek with a 44-yard run by Jamarian George. And he was huge in that win in the regional finals over Richmond Foster 1 week ago. Extra point is booted through. New game, Wagner 17. Shadow Creek 14, 8:14 to go third quarter. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV.
My mom works for Chevy. My dad works for Chevy.
We're all part of the Chevy family. And right now, so are you.
Because our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
And not a cent more.
Welcome to the family.
Use your employee discount for everyone to get almost $9,700 below MSRP on this Tahoe. Plus, get an additional $1,500 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes, you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
Well, it went from a 2-score lead to a 1-score lead in a grand total of 48 seconds there. Shadow Creek 3 plays, 52 yards, and Jamarian George, the dual threat quarterback, gets it done with a 48-yard run to make it 17-14.
Yeah, and again, hats off to the coaching staff over there at Shadow Creek. They're coaching, and there's nobody there that's fast enough to contain him on the straight drop back and quarterback draw concept. So again, look for them to come back to that in some form or fashion to get him in a running game.
Eric Landiverdi to kick it off. He's gone deep with it a couple of times, and he will again. As Stevens with a fair catch, and they'll get to the 25 with the fair catch. And now the T-Bird offense has to go right back to work.
Yeah, there's no panic time. You can just keep doing what you've done all game long here. You guys up front, Big Nasty's got to do some work up front and continue to move bodies enough to get LJ Butler and Black and those guys in the mix, and then you got Tobias Weaver that can run up in there with lead blockers in front of him, and they're more than capable to get back and doing what they're doing here, knock the momentum and get the momentum back on their side.
And so T-Birds from the 25, leading 17-14, winner to the state championship game next week. It'll be a noon kickoff next Saturday against Highland Park. Weaver under center to LJ Butler, left side. LJ fighting forward to the 31.
There you go. I feel like we've seen this before already today, Bobby. We're straight ahead that time. Good job by LJ Butler. He is hard to tackle. I tell you what, he's elusive. He gets skinny up in there a little bit, spins off, and picks up an extra yard or two. His second and third effort is very, very suitable, very, very effective.
That's 98 yards now for LJ Butler. Too shy now of breaking 100 here, and we're in the third quarter. Two wides to the right. Weaver Under center. Will keep it. Follows LJ for another yard. But that was one of those battle at the line of scrimmage victories for Shadow Creek.
And they actually moved the ball pretty good that time, but that play right there, Tobias Weaver, he pulls it. He's actually, it's a quarterback follow kind of concept. Gets him a lead blocker up in there. Moving the pile forward again. Didn't pick up a lot, but he picked up positive yardage here, bring up third down. And again, like you said, third down is short is what this offense is predicated on here. They got some options in their bag here. The ball's in midfield, not on a hash marker. So
they are 3 out of 9 on third down, but they're 3 for 3 on fourth down. This is a big one at the 32. LJ Butler, right side, and he is unloaded on that time.
I think he let
the
it
ball
go.
came loose. Butler dropped it up. Shadow Creek football. Courtney Brown with the recovery, but I tell you what, there's some hitting going on right now.
It's as physical as it gets, and it ought to be. You're playing for a right to go to state championship. Let's look at the replay right here. Yeah. He got hit low that time. Number 4 came in. Xavier Alford came in and kneecapped him.
Alford came in from the side of the formation. Shadow Creek gets the first turnover. That's a big one. They have a chance to take the lead now.
That's what we talked about at the half. They had to do something to flip-flop the possession. There it is right there. Defense for Wagner needs to bow up right here.
Javion Bell will be the running back, and George, quarterback in front of him. Bell, right down Main Street. Not much there at the 31.
Wagner's running some man coverage on the outside. They do what they do. And, I don't know. Again, we talked about offensive coordinator being patient here.
Second down and 9. Marion George. Shotgun snap. Throws it out to the right side. Very well defended. What a great defensive play there by Max Arreo to blow that play up.
We called his name a couple times already tonight. He's great on the inside out right there. It was misread. The path was outside. Receiver came back inside right there. Should have gone outside a little bit, had a little bit of leverage. But it's easy for us to say that. We see the replay here.
Great job
play.
Of holding on
to. Great play that time by
Kendrick Boakholder with the catch there. So third down and 12 now for Shadow Creek. George, shotgun snap. Steps up. Gonna run it. Not gonna turn the edge as he's run out of bounds. And this is probably again that, I'm guessing 4 down territory, unless you think you can tie it here with a long field goal.
That time they did what they tried to do what they did on the last touchdown. They were trying to get George out in space there, and a great job by Ariano running it down and forcing him to go out of bounds over there.
It is 4th down for Shadow Creek. The Sharks here tonight, 0 for 5 on third down. This would be their first 4th down attempt if they go for it.
For a 50-yard field goal here, Bob.
Not an easy one, but we've seen that.
Fake.
Will Martin, they're going to fake it, throw it up, and they're going to catch it.
Dead man action.
The holder threw it.
Nobody was set.
I don't think that they had, the whistle was blown.
Nobody was set here, and they actually.
No, they were not. The official had just set the ball down. This is coming back.
That's what Coach Bruce is trying to say here. They weren't set, but they tried to do what we call a little dead man action. I know some schools around San Antonio like to do that. And everybody's looking around except for the center and the guy getting the ball, and they snap it and they throw it deep.
Well, if you saw the official just put the ball down.
Yeah, they weren't set. I mean, you can make that argument they weren't set.
Let's go to Gabe Farias on the sidelines.
Yeah, guys, I don't think the play was set yet. They snapped it to the up back.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. It's the Shadow Creek
team. They're going to call it an
unsportsmanlike conduct
penalty against Shadow Creek.
15 yards.
So we're going to back it up 15 yards. That's a terrible penalty. Obviously trying to catch them off guard. But the play was not set yet. Snap down the field. It's coming back.
And they lose 15 yards. So
yes,
that,
sir.
You kiss the idea of a field goal.
Well, I did say something about trick plays.
Yeah.
If you got to use them, and they did, they just messed up on the time.
If we have a replay of that,
it worked. They just missed.
Mistimed it.
The official did not watch here. Look at this.
The umpire's telling him to hold up.
Yeah. snapped it right away.
Yeah, you got to set for a count. You still had the element of surprise if you wait a couple extra seconds there.
And amazingly, Wagner kind of had that covered.
Right.
They're going to move it back 15, I believe.
It was a great pass, by the way.
Coach Butler's not real happy about that from Shadow Creek, and I can't say I blame him. Another squandered opportunity here.
When it looks good on your side and then it's not, I would think Shadow Creek would punt here. You don't want to give Wagner the ball there. That would be almost, it's hard to imagine them wanting to go for it here on 4th down and 27.
Yeah, you got to make it down to Wagner's 22-yard line.
But George is still on the field. And the timeout taken.
Timeout. Shadow Creek. First charge.
We'll keep it here. All right, so Gabe.
30-second timeout.
I don't know that I've ever seen where Brad Butler would go for it in a situation like this. It seems not the best decision.
Yeah, that's kind of the understatement of the broadcast right now. You got to punt this thing 4th down and 27. You just try and bow up and you try and stop what has been a pretty unstoppable Wagner offense. I know it's easier said than done, but they have gotten some stops. Guys, there is a ton of physicality, a ton of hitting here in this game. Oh my goodness, this is one of the most intense atmospheres I've ever been at a high school football game.
Andy, it just doesn't make sense to go for it here. They're gonna bound to punt the ball here.
Yeah, you're still early enough in the second half. Go ahead and play field position.
And their defense is playing well right now.
As best you can, yeah.
So Terrence Ellis going to go back in punt formation now. T-Birds just waiting for anything here. They'll set up the return. Here's the punt. Fair catch called for. Up and recovered. Well, 2 turnovers now by Wagner. And that is recovered by
Ruling on the field. It's a fumble. Muff. Recovered by the defense. First down. Shadow Creek.
Stevens tried to fair catch it. He just dropped it.
Well, I mean, you could make an argument there on the halo rule. You're supposed to be allowed 2 yards around you to make that catch. That wasn't 2 yards. That's 6 feet.
But they were kind of behind him, though.
I know. I'm just saying by rule.
And so Shadow Creek with the muff pump by Wagner. New life. Turnovers right now could come back to haunt Wagner. George fumbles it, and now he picks it up. I think he sensed the pressure was going to come, and he didn't concentrate on the snap.
You think there's a lot on the line in this game? That snap was a little hot right there. He never handled it from the get-go, and dodged the bullet there, maintaining possession on that one.
I tell you, Wagner is very capable, Andy, of bringing some serious pressure on anyone.
Well, you see how big they are up front, man. They got some big ones up there with Blackburn and Cunningham. They're 2 big bodies up in there.
So second down now, 16, Shadow Creek at the 28-yard line. Marion George throws it out to Jackson. Jackson upfield, hit hard near the original line of scrimmage at the 24-yard line. A flag on the play.
Good hit that time. Steptoe came in there, number 5.
Looks like it's against the T-Birds. They've been lined up.
Outside. Defense. Number 21. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's at the line of scrimmage there for the corner, Javon Barnes. He was so close to the receiver, he was offside.
Yeah, they're up there in that man press. Man press, trying to get up in there, get your hands on them pretty quick.
Look down those. Look laterally.
They have no help over the top, Bobby. They're straight man coverage on the outside.
Second and 11.
George
going to throw it deep, has a man, but it's overthrown.
That's what I was just talking about. That's why they got to get their hands. If you go run press coverage, you got to get a hold of them and force them one way or the other. They're playing, usually you play inside man and force them to the outside. But the receiver got inside that time and got up the field, skinny post looking. Ball was a little bit overthrown.
All the gaudy numbers for both of these teams offensively, we're getting a defensive football game.
And that's okay. I mean, a lot of people like stats. A lot of people like to talk about numbers, but it don't matter when you come into a game like this. It's what happens today. And if it's no stats and the score wins, you win.
George on the rollout, pressure quickly, and he's going to be sacked. Back at the 45-yard line.
There you go. Now you getting to him. He's not getting out. Juan Boites right here, number 36 for Wagner. Inside out. Lucky that George didn't get that ball knocked out of his hand when he was trying to go over the top right there.
And I don't know that you could see a more elusive quarterback than what Wagner faced last week in Landry Gilpin and Mission Vets.
Yeah, they've seen a little bit of a scat cat kind of quarterback here, but this cat has right here today has got a lot of speed as well.
4th and 21. Going to go for it.
Down.
George going to scramble. George not going to get there. T-Birds have held. They'll take over on downs. And Gabe Budias did sidelines.
Running was started the game. First down.
Gabe did sidelines against Mission Vets last week, and Gabe, Landry Gilpin was just so incredibly elusive, and the T-Birds are kind of used to this now.
Yeah, they are, and what they're doing right now is they are absolutely spying on George, making sure if he does get out, they keep him contained. That said, let me tell you something, guys. Jamarian George is a flat stud. I mean, he's a Kyler Murray clone in my eyes, so they need to continue to key on him here in the second half.
Can the T-Bird offense get going again? They lead it by 3. Ball at the 24. Weaver, counter, he's got room. Blocker in front, Tobias Weaver, 40, high step, out of bounds. Near midfield, they'll mark him at the 48-yard line.
I love the play call. They have the unbalanced set again over here to the short side of the field. They pull the lineman out in front, escort, if you will, escorted him outside. Tobias gets in the open field, does some damage right there.
Don't forget, coming up after the game, we will have a John Wayne Service Company Player of the Game. You can vote for him. Go to johnwayne.com. Right there, win the cool cap if you're right. Chance to win a $25,000 home makeover. Option, pitch, ground, corner, first down and more. Nice execution on the triple option, and Jarrell Brown gets a Wagner first down.
Well, some of you old school coaches watching recognize that formation they just lined up in the old straight T. That's a little wrinkle off of the double slot here. Here you go. Option concepts are the same, though.
Great block by Carlton Black.
Black gets a guy. When you get linebackers on the ground, you can run forever.
Boy, it's so exciting to watch that play executed because it's so hard to stop. Again, a straight T. Formation behind Weaver. Tight end to the right. At the 438. Butler. Right up the middle. L.J. Butler, 30, 25, all the way to the 21-yard line. The L train doing it again.
I'll tell you what, it's fun to watch. I know there's not a lot of numbers, not a lot of points, but watch what's happening up front. Coming right at you right here. Great job up front, bodies covering bodies. LJ's got that ball high and tight, turning, burning, falling forward, getting extra yardage.
Robert Resendez, number 56, with a great block to lead the way. T-Birds getting the smash mouth going here with 2:51 to go in the third. At the 21. Weaver keeps right side. They stack him up. They'll drive it back, but he does manage a couple of yards.
Yeah, again, they're just trying to be conservative in there.
And John going on after the play.
That's just an offensive lineman right there, number 56, trying to take care of his quarterback. You have to be smart, though, but that's Resendez. We just said his name, and old boy was getting handsy with Tobias. He's like, look, man, that's my quarterback. If you ever played offensive line, you know that's a pretty big deal. You take care of your quarterback.
Intense fireworks in the trenches. Yeah, not on the scoreboard, folks. This is a trench football game. 2nd and 8. Counter the other way, but this time the defense there is Weaver caught from behind there by Courtney Brown.
Yeah, Brown wasn't fooled on that one that time. They're just kind of trying to come out the back door here with Tobias Weaver. Using Butler that time as a decoy, but great job accelerating through the hole that time by Brown.
So much speed up front for the Sharks, and it's 3rd and 13.
But the clock's running, so that has been an ally of the Wagner Thunderbird offense all evening.
At the 24-yard line, and it's 3rd and 13. 2 wides left, single receiver right. Weaver rolls right. Scrambling, flags down, and he'll be sacked at the 26-yard line.
We're going to get a hold on number 50 that time, probably. Louis Diaz, the center. That's who the flag flag hit him right in the back. That's the reason I know that.
You see here where Guevar's kicked a 30-yard field goal. Do you move them back if you're the Sharks, or do you take the play?
Make it fourth down.
Make it fourth down.
Yeah, they're going to decline it.
Here's referee Eddie.
Oh, offense. Number 50. That penalty is declined. Fourth down.
But you know the problem with declining it, it makes you kind of want to go for it. That's
well, and they've already shown tonight. Wagner, they're not afraid to go for it. So that's one of those deals.
They're 3 for 3 on fourth downs, in fact. But the other three were a lot closer than this. 17-14 lead.
That'll be a 43-yard field.
Timeout.
Timeout on the field.
Wagner.
We'll take a break. This is the High School Football Showcase semifinals presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Got land? Let's build.
At Southwest Homes, we make it easy.
This was absolutely a pain and worry-free process. We just felt secure in dealing with Southwest Homes.
We had a picture of a home that we wanted built. We added to it to make it look like what we wanted to. And we had no problems whatsoever.
They showed us that we could have the home that we wanted.
I love Southwest Homes.
Call today or go to yourswh.com. At Southwest Homes, better really is easy.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Too far to kick, it's too close to punt, so you
give them the ball kickoff at the 50, so you know it's one of those deals. They trust in their defense here, so they're going to go for it here on fourth down.
4th and 15. Weaver back to pass. Here comes the pressure. They'll sack it. Everything collapsed, and he had Carlton Black open downfield and didn't see him because of the pressure.
Now you have Black wide open right at the first down there if he gets the ball in the air, but he couldn't see it here. Watch the front here. You see all the black jerseys, they're coming off right there late. They brought an extra guy that they didn't have a body for there, number 27 for Shadow Creek.
So back over to the defense for Wagner, and they've been great here tonight.
So you go play defense. Here we go. Don't cry over spilled milk. That was by design. Didn't work.
This is very clearly, from the get-go, evolved into a defensive game anyways.
Right.
So the best defense will probably win this contest because the offenses have been stymied.
Right, and Wagner's already survived 2 turnovers and they're into the field with their defense.
And so out comes Jamarian George. And he'll throw. And he'll be pressured. And he'll scramble away from it. He'll head upfield and get tackled at the 32-yard line. Great recovery there by the T-Birds as he gets just a yard.
I tell you what, he is a dangerous young man there. You see it in the replay. And again, he has the option to pull it down and go get it. Great escape here, scramble drill. He takes a shot at the end of this.
And there's your pick and pull collision. Pick and pull, home of the lowest parts price guarantee. 2nd and 9. George. Flare it out. It is caught. Covered well, though. And a minimal gain there for Keelan Jackson. Maybe to 34.
Good patience that time. There you see one of the Browns brothers, Barnes brothers, Javon Barnes, and then again we said his name already, Max Ariano out there containing that little swing pass.
Javion Bell is the running back. You wonder with Highland out, how much does that affect the Shark offense? He's their leading rusher and plays.
Their run game has been non-existent today.
So 3rd down, George going to throw, steps up, throws it deep. It is a good throw. It's caught in Wagner territory by Keelan Jackson. You can't throw it much better than Jamarian George did right there.
Well, that was a landmark route. He throws it up, put a 7-second hang time, and let his receiver, Keelan Jackson, go pick it right here. He was covered by Kayvon Barnes, number 20. But
that is the end of the 3rd quarter.
After 3, Wagner Wagner leads it by 3. The winner goes to the state championship. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
They're gonna pull the part for me, pick and pull, the pick and pull. They're gonna pull the part for me and I'm gonna save some dough. Save time and money at Pick and Pull, the parts you need at a price you can afford.
Judson ISD, more than just athletics. Choose your options for the mind.
I choose Judson ISD because of the STEM programs that challenge me.
We develop them academically, socially, physically, artistically.
I choose Judson ISD because I feel valued as a young music educator.
Dynamic learning, a place to belong.
I chose to be a part of a national Blue Ribbon school.
They find ways to bring family and community together.
I choose Judson ISD because it is my home.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL Football State Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 19th on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Hi folks, Joel Dollar here with the Mission Open Air Market. Come do your Christmas shopping here. We've got over 60 acres of holiday bargains. Do your Christmas shopping here, folks, every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the corner of Morrison Boulevard and Southeast Loop 410, and I'll see you here.
Start of the fourth quarter, 1st and 10, Sharks. George, out to the left flat, caught. Nice move and out of bounds at the 8-yard line. With a Shark first down there is Jared Jackson.
That was a similar pass early on where he cut back inside. That time he didn't get to the sideline, which is what you want to do. The only help coming is the deep safety, and then backside safety getting there late was Barnes making that tackle out of bounds there. So
Jared Jackson came in with 383 receiving yards. And his 1st and goal, Sharks. Quarterback keeper all the way. Nothing doing there for George. Well played by Max Ariano.
Ariano, we said his name again and again. He's doing a great job coming from his outside linebacker position. There he is, number 12, takes a double team, comes off the double team and makes the tackle. Great job by an outside linebacker. That's how you play it right there.
And a pick and pull collision to boot. Now 2nd and goal at the 12. Shadow Creek looking to take the lead here. George throws it. It is caught. On the screen, Jackson. Can they stop him? They will. Or will they? He's into the end zone. What an effort by Jackson. Jared Jackson just wouldn't give up and scores it.
Great effort by that young man right there. Take a look at the replay here.
Very well blocked, too. The T-Birds trying to strip the ball here, you see. They couldn't get him down.
Gotta wrap up, drive your feet. Great 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th effort that time.
Shadow Creek takes the lead. First lead since 7:33 of the 1st quarter. The extra point is good. Shadow Creek 21, Wagner 17. 12 minutes to go. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
The Tri-County Chamber does a great job of putting us in contact with other businesses that can help me grow my business. I love the fact that the Tri-County Chamber is invested locally here in the community. If you're looking to grow your business, the Tri-County Chamber is the organization to be a part of. My name is Jason Setzer. I own Acme Graphics, and I'm a proud Texas Tri-County Chamber member.
Y100. And I don't even know his last name. San Antonio's new country leader. You make it easy, loving up on you. But I can't move when you, no, I can't move when you. Home of JR and Beth in the morning, 7:15 second date update. San Antonio's new country leader. Y100.
7 plays, 69 yards, that scoring drive for the Sharks. A minute 7. They did it quickly. They take a 21-17 lead. We're having some difficulty with the stadium scoreboard here at NRG. We're at the 11:09 mark of the fourth quarter. The 12-yard touchdown pass is from Jamarian George to Jared Jackson. So the Sharks lead it now 21-17.
Your Wagner right here, you want to make sure you get back to doing what you do and start turning and burning. No time to hit the panic button. Just come back and do what you do.
The Sharks will kick it off here. That was William Pete. Field it at the 11-yard line. Right on the field. On the return. 25-yard line. Monte Stevens with the return. Now the T-Birds got to go to work on offense, trailing by 4.
Come back out, go ahead, give a heavy dose, get 22 going again, get the big guys up front, get them lathered up again. And
Gabe Farias is down on the sidelines, and on the Wagner sidelines, I don't think you see any long faces over there. They're ready for this challenge.
Well, and not only on the sideline, guys, but up in the crowd. I mean, this is an impressive group that has come from the San Antonio area. And I agree with Andy. I agree with you. I think it's time for these guys to get on the LJ train and see where it takes them. Back to you.
Ball at the 24-yard line. 11:03 to play. Tobias Weaver with a straight T formation behind him. Option left. Weaver keeps to the 27-yard line. Carlton Black was waiting on that pitch.
yeah, I think he might have wanted to let that one go right there because Black had some sideline if he pitches it though. But Tobias Weaver's seen it at full speed. We're up here in the press box where we got the luxury of some replay. But
we're working on the clock, folks. We know we're getting text on this even. It is second down. And 6. Weaver option again. This time he pitches it. And Brown gets the corner. Hits on the sideline. Stepped out of bounds. I think he lost where he was at. He tried to cut it back at the 49 and put his left foot on the sideline.
I think the Wagner coaches got our TV broadcast on in their booth because they came back to the same play right there. So this was the exact same play they ran the play before. They got what they want out there number-wise. They can come back to that again if they want to. They're running it to the short side of the field, so a lot of times defenses like to roll their secondary at least to balance up with the field, not necessarily the formation. Same thing here, same formation.
That number is wrong you see on the screen, but that stadium board is not working the way that we need it to here with our graphic, but it is first down Wagner. And Butler will take it up the middle for a gain of about 3, tough 3 yards. They are keyed in on him.
Now you're starting to see the 3/4 of the ball game having an effect on the physicality of some of these guys. They're a little bit slower getting up off the ground. They're still getting up, but it's been a long haul. You can tell they've been playing and pushing on each other and stuff like that. So, you know, we're going to find out, like we said, we're going to get to the end of this thing. And Shadow Creek's defense been on the field a lot.
There you see it, folks, 9:51 and counting. Second down and 7. LJ Butler again, stumbling forward. 42-yard line.
He had his head down on that, but he has his head up. He might see the hold, but he was one way. He's going forward. That's what he was bent on doing right there.
This is what you do. You got to believe in your system right now.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And so it'll be third down and 3 here for the T-Birds. 3 of 10 on third down. Need to get just inside the 40. Butler keeps. Too much speed, can't get the edge, but he is still close as Jeremiah Harris makes the stop.
He's going to be close on that first down.
He stretched the ball out across the 40, but wasn't down before then. They'll mark him at the 40.
He needs to get to the 39 here. He's going to be about a yard short.
Ball landed on inside the 40, but his knee was down when the ball was at the 40. So fourth down. T-Birds 3 out of 4 on fourth downs. They need this one.
Yeah, they're not a stranger to this here.
8:43 to play.
Big boys up front need to do work right here.
Fourth down, Thunderbirds. Weaver, Butler, first down! And LJ Butler breaks it for a touchdown. And a 40-yard score takes the lead.
Have a nice day, baby. That's That's what you do. You keep running your offense. When things go bad, run your offense. When things go good, run your offense. When it's raining, all kind of crazy stuff, run your offense. LJ Butler in the big play. We talked about fatigue. There's fatigue on the defense right there, Bobby. They've been hit all game long, and Shadow Creek's tired. Butler's not. He walks into the end zone.
LJ Butler, 40 yards. Extra point is good. 8:27 to go in the game. It is now the Wagner Thunderbirds 24 and the Shadow Creek Sharks 21. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
My mom works for Chevy. My dad works for Chevy.
We're all part of the Chevy family.
And right now, so are you.
Because our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay, and not a cent more.
Welcome to the family.
Use your employee discount for everyone to get almost $9,700 below MSRP on this Tahoe. Plus, get an additional $1,500 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
There you see it, Wagner 24, Shadow Creek 21, 8:27 to go. T-Birds take the lead on a 6-play, 76-yard drive. 2:36 off the clock, and it was L.J. Butler on 4th down, Andy, taking it 40 yards to the house, and a great block by Carlton Black to spring it.
Well, when you bring everybody up in the box like that, there is no second and third level to the defense. He only had to go through one level, and he shot through there. He was gone.
T-Birds hoping to create some field position here with a kickoff. And it will be picked up by Shadow Creek. And pretty good coverage there by the T-Birds. So the 40-yard line. And right now, that Shadow Creek offense, that passing game starting to click here for Jamarian George.
Yeah, they got the pass. I think they like that since Hewlin, their leading rusher's out. We saw him and he hadn't been back in the game, so I don't know what's going on with him, but I think they like the option now off the straight drop look, allowing George maybe to have the option to run the football like we seen when they scored that touchdown. So
George up to 104 yards passing. He's closing in on 3,000 for the season.
Well, both crowds are on their feet right here.
8:23 to play. That one was snapped early again.
Well, the umpire was trying to come in there and stop it. And
we were in the substitute position, and the ball was snapped. Therefore, we will have a do-over. First time.
Replay it. Basically, what
Mulligan.
Well, when you have an offense, if they change personnel, the defense has the opportunity to do that with this new 40-second clock. And the umpire was trying to run up there and stop the center, but.
And so now, at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 wides left, single receiver right. Pistol set. George going to hand it off, and not much doing as they go back to Isaiah Harper. We saw him earlier, gain of about 1.
That was a great job by Juan Bortez, and then we called his name again, Max Ariano, having a heck of a game, number 12 right there.
Those guys have got to be candidates for John Wayne Player of the Game. Remember, folks, vote now. You can go click down the roster, johnwayne.com. If you're right, you win that cool cap. And register yourself for a $25,000 home makeover. George, shotgun snap, pressure comes. He'll run up the middle with lots of room. They won't catch him there. 30, and a block down the field. Was it legal? If it is, it's a touchdown, and it is. Touchdown, Jamarian George, 59 yards.
Well, we talked about it. That was the option off that passing game that they liked. George is very, very dangerous. We got a Wagner Thunderbird that got peeled back on.
Watch the block at the end. It was really close.
Really violent.
And here's the one that springs it right here.
I don't know. You make the call. That's a collision, but that might have been a penalty.
And that is a big-time hit there on Kayvon Barnes, and he is still down after he didn't see it coming. You could call it side or you could call it back. It really is a judgment call, and the call goes in favor of the Sharks, and Kayvon's going to be okay, we hope. I got in college football at Angelo State playing West Texas State. I got ear-holed like that once. Yeah, when you don't see it coming, man, it really hurts.
And more we're in the era of protecting defensive players like that, and helmet to helmet. And I think that was a clean shot. It's, like you're saying, it's a judgment call when you're on the shoulder right there. The head's supposed to be by rule in front, but the side is kind of the gray area there.
And so on for the extra point, and Sharks take the lead. Extra point, no good. And so it is Shadow Creek 27 and Wagner 24. As you see the extra point here, it doinks off of the upright and is no good. 27-24, Sharks lead it. You're watching the High School Football Showcase, presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Got land? Let's build.
At Southwest Homes, we make it easy.
This was absolutely a pain and worry-free process. We just felt secure in dealing with Southwest Homes.
We had a picture of a home that we wanted built. We added to it to make it look like what we wanted to. And we had no problems whatsoever.
They showed us that we could have the home that we wanted.
I love Southwest Homes.
Call today or go to yourswh.com. At Southwest Homes, better really is easy.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
2 plays, 60 yards for Shadow Creek. 59-yard run by Jamarian George. He's got 104 yards passing. And now, Andy, he's got 94 yards rushing and 2 TDs. Him running the football has changed the Shadow Creek offense in this second half.
Well, I think that was, at least from our observation, we haven't seen Shadow Creek this year, but I think that was out of necessity, and that's kind of, you're going to go to the next guy up. You know, statistically, George has been their guy. You know, he's been a dual threat guy, and he throws the ball well. So, I mean, you got to take one away, and he beats you with the other kind of deal. But in any case, here we go. We got a great game.
7:40 to go. Stevens going to take the kickoff, fair catch it at the 8-yard line. And I don't blame him there because Shadow Creek has really covered the field well with their coverage team. So the T-Birds will put it on their offense. Gut check now.
Well, it gives you a couple more yards for your offense to cover. You know, the way that Wagner's offense is pound and ground and grind it out and run the clock here. So,
well, in this game, they have a 7-minute and 49-second drive.
Yeah, they very easily could run the clock out here and win the ball game.
Well, they have 7:40 to go. We apologize again for our graphic. As you see the board here at NRG Stadium, equipment is on and off with that scoreboard here at the stadium. So T-Bird ball at the 25. Weaver keeps it. Tobias Weaver to the 28-yard line. And this is where that you got to be patient, as hard as it is to do.
Yeah, hey, this is a one-possession, 3-point game. That missed extra point by Shadow Creek, that's huge, folks. I mean, that's kind of a big deal. Now you can go down the field, kick a field goal if you need to. You got options.
And if you score a touchdown, you make them have to score a touchdown to answer, assuming you make the extra point. Straight T formation behind Weaver, 2 wides to the right. 2nd down and 8. Option, pitch, Brown to the corner, won't get there, but he's close to a first down anyways at the 33-yard line. Great lateral pursuit that time by Xavier Alford to make the tackle.
Yeah, he saved it from going the distance down the sideline right there. But again, let's remind ourselves, this is what this offense is designed to do, get into 3rd down and short. Here they are. This is right on schedule, right on time right here for this offense.
I tell you, the one player that Shadow Creek has particularly defended well is Carlton Black here today.
Yeah,
they did their homework. Box stacked there by Shadow Creek. Third down. Weaver to L.J. Butler, and it looks like he has it. Just across the 35. L.J. Butler, not by the hair on his chin, and he's hurt.
Well, he had big 92 laying on top of him, doing the pounding around after the play. That could have very easily been a penalty on 92 that time. He laid on top and put all of his weight. Alec Bryant and Butler was trying to get up here, but that's some shenanigans that goes on after the play that the people that never played the game don't understand. He gets pounded, and they ain't getting 92's giving him the business under there.
And he landed on that left shoulder as well, and that means Carlton Black will have to probably come in here at running back. Gabe, tell you what, Wagner has not been in a lot of close games, but neither has Shadow Creek for that matter. And you know, they had that gut check against Judson, and they almost won that game in week 2 of the season. But it's been a long time since Wagner's been in this situation. Shadow Creek had to come from behind to beat Richmond Foster last week.
Yeah, and I think that game is going to loom large for Shadow Creek. You're right, Wagner played in a weak district. They did have that gut check contest against Judson. They came up a little bit short. It looks like L.J. Butler did stand up, walk off the field. That's a big loss here in this fourth quarter. We'll see how this thing plays out, but I'll tell you this, the Wagner Thunderbirds, they're playing hard. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, Carlton Black will stay at the wingback position, and that will be Xavier Avery at the fullback. And they'll run a toss. Coming left, Jarrell Brown knocked out of bounds, but good yardage out to the 42-yard line.
I like the scheme. I love it. They pull the backside lineman that time, gets around the edge here. With Butler out, they will go ahead and go the other way.
So
in this offense, Bobby, I'm sorry, the fullback usually takes you to the football. You saw the fullback went away that time, and that helped the linebackers. And they were able to come this side with it and get big chunky yardage.
Avery has had a pretty good season, too, for the T-Birds. He's the fullback. Now on second down and 3. Under 6 minutes to go. State semifinals. Weaver gives it to Avery, and he'll get the first down. They stand him up, but he has it across the 45, and a new set of downs for the T-Birds.
Good job getting up in there. Good tough run, hanging on to the football. That's a big key in that by Avery coming in the ball game.
Gabe Farias with an update on the sidelines.
Yeah, they were working on L.J. Butler's left shoulder. Believe it or not, the test for him was whether he could take a drink of water with that left arm. He lifted it up, said, I'm okay, and he's walking back towards Coach Bruce. They expect for him to come back in the game.
Now Carlton Black, the running back behind Weaver. And they'll give it to Carlton Black. Nice spin move, 45. He's got speed, 30, cut back, 25, and all the way to the 20-yard line goes Carlton Black. They've contained him all game up until that run.
Yeah, they've contained him to the outside. Now he's the fullback. Now he's a straight ahead downhill guy. He gets skinny right here on the replay. You'll see it coming right at you here. He gets skinny. He's not real tall. He hides behind his big boys. A little spin move there. Very athletic young man. Gets in the open field with his 4.4 speed and makes him pay for it.
Ball to the 20-yard line. That is a pickup of 33 yards. L.J. Butler back in at the 20. First and 10, Thunderbirds. Weaver gives it to L.J. No, he keeps it. Good fake. Everybody faked except for the guy most important, and that's Alex Bryant with the tackle.
Alex Bryant's a big defensive end. He's a big, tall, rangy kid, good athlete. He's been playing hard all night as well. Again, this has been a back and forth, toe-to-toe title fight to get to the title fight game today, and we're getting our money's worth here.
So ball at the 19, just inside the 20. Second and 9. Carlton Black has to get closer to hear the signals from Weaver. Option left, they give it to Butler, and not much there.
He is working. It's been a physical game. It's getting late in the fourth quarter. Game's almost over, and he dinged up a little bit. He's still playing hard.
So third down and 8 coming up for the T-Birds. Definitely 4-down territory here. Although you got a 30-yard field goal from Guevara, in this game. This will be a little further to try to tie it if they can't get a first down here. We shall see.
Yeah, they got the short side of the field down here. They got numbers.
Third down. Counter play. Black. Stop. That is blown up. Great job defensively by the Sharks. Once again, it was Devontae Johnson.
Yeah,
and they're going to send out the field goal unit to try to tie it.
Yeah, they're trying to get up underneath there. They hadn't shown that a lot tonight. I get it, but they still had the edge over here if they come out here. But
Omar Guevara has a 30-yard field goal tonight. This one will be about 37. But it's close to the middle of the field. That's the professional left hash mark for the Houston Texans. The one out wider is the high school level. Guevara to tie. Low snap. Kick not going to get there, and it's returnable.
You got to cover.
I don't know that they saw that this is being returned. This is going to be a problem. And up the sidelines and off to the races for a touchdown. Nope. Yep, he will get there. Incredible play as Ronald Nunnery returns the missed field goal for a touchdown, 105 yards. And you can't, that's really hard to coach against because you don't see that very often.
I promise you, those kids are coached that. You got to cover. You got to sprint
But
over the field.
credit Coach Brad Butler with doing the homework on watching Wagner kicks, and that one may do it. That could take the T-Birds clean out of this game, and that, as we talked about, special teams, and there it is.
You got to win and dominate in the special teams in a game like this where you got offensive firepower. You knew it was going to be a back and forth, either scoring points or in this case not scoring as many points, and it's been the kicking game.
That was Ronald Nunnery Jr., a senior defensive back.
And again, you don't see it very often, but you do see it. And we've seen it at the collegiate level, seen it a few times in the high school level.
And I'll tell you, Auburn beat Alabama on that exact same thing one year in the Iron Bowl. So if Alabama can give up a play like that, a high school team can.
Yeah, it's just.
But that is a heartbreaker for the T-Birds. And now
Timeout.
Wagner burns a timeout. And they only have one left now after that. That's a backbreaker if we can take a look again.
30-second timeout.
At the replay. T-Birds, once the kick is short.
The first half kick, they saw they had some, he always kicks it high trajectory that time, got way under it.
But credit Coach Butler by putting his player in that position.
No doubt.
Normally you don't have a guy back there. 105-yard return. And that is a backbreaker. The T-Birds also burn a timeout. And now they're in trouble. They're going to have to throw the ball now and hope for some big plays. Maybe a kick return. A kick return could get them right back in the game.
Yeah, and you still got 2 minutes 37 seconds, but you're used to burning the clock. Now the clock just became your mortal enemy, so to speak. And
so extra point now for Shadow Creek. A tying field goal taken back the other way. Extra point is good. So Shadow Creek 34, Wagner 24. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
My mom works for Chevy. My dad works for Chevy.
We're all part of the Chevy family.
And right now, so are you.
Because our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay, and not a cent more.
Welcome to the family.
Use your employee discount for everyone to get almost $9,700 below MSRP on this Tahoe. Plus, get an additional $1,500 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellamConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellamConnectMD.com. In minutes, you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellamConnectMD.com.
Well, a play that you just don't see very often has turned this game and completely in the favor of the Shadow Creek Sharks. They return a missed field goal 105 yards for a touchdown, and now they have, I think, Andy, with this 2:37, almost a commanding lead, because Wagner is a quick strike offense against a inferior defense, not against the Shadow Creek defense that can cover a lot of territory.
Right, but it's not over yet. They still got some weapons here. They're just going to have to go to work and overcome some things here.
Here's the kick. This is going to bounce. Picked up at the 1-yard line. Avery on the return. It's cut down, fumbles the ball, and then it rolls out of bounds, and there was a clip, and there's players down everywhere. Oh my. That was probably one that Avery should have just taken the fair catch.
Well, I mean, you got to
went from bad to worse on the T-Birds right there, and I think in addition to the ball going out at the 10, there's going to be a penalty for a block in the back.
Block in the back on that, and you got a kid wanting to make a play, man. I mean, that's kind of what we saw right there.
You get jazzed up and you want to make that big play, and I think that's what Avery was trying to do there.
During the run, there's a block in the back against the receiving team. The ball box backwards out of bounds. Therefore, the penalty will be assessed. Spotted the ball going out of bounds.
Wow.
At the distance to the goal.
5-yard line.
5-yard line.
Timeout.
Whatever your 95-yard play is here, you got to bring it out now. Gabe, now it is a long shot here for the T-Birds. How often do you see that play in any level of football?
I've seen it once, Alabama and Auburn a few years ago, and it's just one of those things that is the absolute, and again, this is another understatement, the absolute worst case scenario in a situation where a team is about to, at the very minimum, hopefully tie this football game. At the minimum, if they miss it, you know, you rely on a defense who's played pretty solidly for the most part. You just don't expect that type of thing to happen. You got big offensive linemen that are blocking, and when they start that return, you're talking about guys that aren't necessarily ready or able to make a defensive play out there trying to make a defensive play against a tremendously athletic individual, and it's just hard to do.
And here's Avante Stevens on the return attempt. And there's the block in the back. There's the fumble, which he may have been down. Yeah. Oh, that was a judgment call in itself, whether the ball was down when he
trying to make a play, man.
Nosedived it.
And back on that return, Bobby. You know, you got on your extra point, you got your normal offensive line in there.
Yeah,
those aren't guys that are used to covering, but they are coached. They are coached that when the ball's gone to cover the field, they go to landmarks. Like the right tackle should have been out on the far right numbers. Your guard goes to the hash mark. They should cover the field. They were on kind of the left middle part of the hash that time, and that's why the ball went to the other side of the field, and they got outran and outflanked.
That is Victor Brown coming off the field for the Wagner Thunderbirds. He is a senior linebacker for the T-Birds, and well, you almost need a miracle here if you're Wagner. Obviously, you're down by 10, and that let's face it, that was a 10-point swing. Yes. A kick ties it. We're looking at 27-27. If they make that, they miss it and get it returned, a 10-point swing right there. T-Birds need a miracle. Weaver rolls right. Hit in the end zone, throws it away for Cobb. Incomplete.
Quarterback was outside of the pocket. Ball went past the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Yeah,
that wasn't a grounding any.
I like the way referee Eddie Kelly and his crew done a heck of a job out of the Houston chapter today, and I like it when they give explanations like that. That lets you know what he's seeing, and that's a great way to do that. I haven't seen that at the high school level, so they've elevated. They've done a great job today as an officiating crew.
Second down and 10. Twin receivers left. T-Birds in a Unfamiliar situation now. Weaver to throw. Looks, throws high. And Trent Thibodeau couldn't climb the ladder high enough. And, you know, against a team like Shadow Creek that has played some good competition that probably can throw the ball, it's kind of easy to defend a team that's not used to throwing the ball when they're forced into it.
Well, and again, Wagner's in unfamiliar territory here. I mean, they're backed up in their own end zone. Normally they'd be running the ball. Now you're pressed a little bit. You know, the game clock's, you know, kind of your enemy, if you will. And that adds to the stress levels a little bit. And again, this game's happening really, really fast. Really, really good. Shadow Creek defense is pinning their ears back right now.
3rd and 10. Weaver straight drop back. Scrambles to his left. Throws on the run. Almost got it to Cobb, but it's broken up. Not a bad throw there by Weaver. Nearly squeezed it in there. I guess you have to punt here with 2:12.
Yeah, you got to be smart about it. You don't want to give up another cheap one.
Already down by 10, and now I would imagine the T-Birds are going to try to punt it away here, and then I guess you send the house on every play and see if you can create something.
You have to start trying to rip, bite, or pull to get the ball out.
You know, this score may end up with a pretty decent differential, but this has been an absolute classic state semifinal game. No question. And a flag. Yeah.
Delay of game. Offense. Number 1. At the distance to the goal. 4th down.
That's only 2.5-yard penalty.
Shadow Creek, Wagner led 17-14, Andy, going into the 4th quarter. Shadow Creek has scored 3 times. Wagner just once here in the 4th. Now they have to punt from even further back. Tough spot here for Tobias Weaver. He'll get the punt away, angling left, and it's going to be taken by Jackson, 32-yard line, has a sideline, and knocked out of bounds at the 17. And true to their names, the Sharks are going for blood right now.
Yep, trying to put the hammer down and put the final nail in the coffin of the Wagner Thunderbirds season right here. Again, if you're Wagner's defense, you play physical, you play hard, you try to find a way to get that ball out.
You still got 202 to vote for your John Wayne player of the game. Vote at johnwayne.com. I think you kind of have an idea which team to vote for, well, a player at least, barring something crazy here. I think you bring the house here at Wagner. You got a timeout. I don't think they can run. Can they run it out with 2:02? I don't believe they can. I'm not sure. I'm not good at math. And they'll keep it on the ground here. And some room on the edge, and it's going to be a touchdown. Well, Isaiah Harper just took that ball laterally and then turned it upfield. Touchdown, Shadow Creek.
Yeah, good job right here. You see it. Just outflanks the defense. The defense for Wagner's been doing a great job containing that all night long. And I just think, Bobby, that the wind is out of the sails of the Wagner Thunderbirds. It's been a long physical battle all night. You got gut punched on that return for a touchdown off the missed extra point.
And a tight game that was literally almost down to the wire was going to end up being on the scoreboard heavily favored to the Sharks. Extra point is good. It is Shadow Creek 41, Wagner 24, 1:55 to play. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV.
Got land? Let's build.
At Southwest Homes, we make it easy.
This was absolutely a pain and worry-free process. We just felt secure in dealing with Southwest Homes.
We had a picture of a home that we wanted built. We added to it to make it look like what we wanted to. And we had no problems whatsoever.
They showed us that we could have the home that we wanted.
I love Southwest Homes.
Call today or go to yourswh.com. At Southwest Homes, better really is easy.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Well, when things are going your way and you're a Shark, you start to feast, and that's kind of what's happened here in this fourth quarter. The Sharks have feasted.
A little frenzy.
They have gone into a frenzy, and they trailed in this the end of 3, 17-14. They trailed with 8:27 to go, 24-21, but some big throws and some big runs by Jamarian George, a 59-yard touchdown run, but that missed field goal return will count as the backbreaker. That drive, just one play, 15-yard run by Isaiah Harper. So the T-Birds will now wind down the season, but Carlton Black's going to try to return one here.
Got wheels. Carlton
Black covered well. Good coverage again, which has been the case all game long by Shadow Creek. Let's go to the sidelines, Gabe Farias.
I want to ask a question because this is absolutely uncharted territory for me. Even more rare than that field goal return for a touchdown. We've got to keep in a perspective, this is Shadow Creek's first year of competitive high school football play. And the fact that in their first year they're going to a state championship, guys, I've never seen anything like this before. Now, granted, they come from a very talent-rich area, but Andy, you first, have you ever seen anything like this before where you got a first-year team going to a state championship?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially one built from scratch.
Yeah.
There are a couple examples of first-year programs winning a state championship.
This is a third-year program, first-year varsity.
First-year varsity. Avery gets the handoff, and Charlie Bruce probably giving them some graduation presents here away now. And I'll tell you, the one that I remember was Beaumont Westbrook winning state their first year in 1982, but that was a combination of a couple of schools and kids that had played varsity football. Now, technically, I can't tell you which of these players, if any, had played varsity ball, but they didn't play it at Shadow Creek last year.
Right.
And Alvin ISD is very talented. Ironically, Alvin's never really been very good at football, but Manville has been a powerhouse. They were in the championship game last year, and now their sister school, Shadow Creek, will make it to the championship this year. Toss sweep, right side, good yardage. Out across the 30, and that is Isaiah Leday with the carry there for the Thunderbirds out to the 32-yard line.
Let's don't forget, too, that Shadow Creek's in the Pearland area as well. They play pretty good football in that district.
Yeah, they're squeezed in there between. They're part of Alvin ISD, but Pearland's great football. Manville is great football. That south part of Houston is just very talent-rich. First down, Weaver looking to throw. Has a man, but he underthrows in the flat that time. Leday.
A little bit of pressure. Never got to the edge that time. Tobias had to throw the ball off his back foot here, and again, you got defense for Shadow Creek that's, you know, they got some options now. They're kind of lighting it up, pinning theirs back, and 40 seconds remaining here.
Well, Highland Park beat Denton Ryan 43-21. They'll take on this Shadow Creek team next week. And in modern football, what Highland Park does is more conventional to defend as they go with the dive play. Nothing doing there as we're down to 37 seconds to go. In 6A, North Shore defeated Lake Travis 51-10. They will play Duncanville, who beat Allen 44-35 as Coach Butler gets the Gatorade bath. And that's going to wind it down. The T-Birds not going to run another play. We'll take a break, and we're going to come back with our player of the game. And we hope to get Coach Butler. He should be in a better mood to talk as his team has gone to 15-0. They defeat Wagner 41-24. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
My mom works for Chevy. My dad works for Chevy.
We're all part of the Chevy family.
And right now, so are you.
Because our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay, and not a cent more.
Welcome to the family.
Use your employee discount for everyone to get almost $9,700 below MSRP on this Tahoe. Plus, get an additional $1,500 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes, you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
All right, guys, we are live with Coach Butler. Coach, wow. Put it into perspective. Talk about the journey. First-year school, or first-year varsity program, playing for a state championship next year. Coach, what are your first thoughts?
Well, I'm so proud and happy for the kids. They've worked extremely hard, and you know we've been through a lot since we opened, and it's just really special moment. This game's big to me for a lot of reasons today.
Coach, talk about the play of your quarterback, George. He was phenomenal in this football game.
Yeah, we were a little shaky at times, but he made some plays with his feet and made some throws and did a great job for us.
Coach, you got a team that's literally in its first year of varsity play against one of the most storied teams to ever play, Highland Park. Coach, set that scene for your first state championship next week.
Well, I'll tell you what's interesting. Randy Allen was my high school football coach. No, sir. So I'm elated, but it's really it's got a special meaning to it. It really does. He's a guy that I've looked up to for years.
Coach, best luck state championship. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That is truly a great. That is a great story.
That is a great storyline.
You're going to get your high school, go head to head with your high school coach. We hope to catch up with our player of the game here in just a moment. Well, somebody is texting us that Lubbock Estacado won it in their first year, 1968, and
Jimmy Keeling was the head coach in 1968.
But they haven't won it yet. But this is certainly a team that I think they can do it. I mean, Shadow Creek is a very good football team. They just beat a very good football team in Wagner.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. I mean, hats off to both schools, Charlie Bruce and the Wagner Thunderbirds. I tell you, what a game to watch. And it comes down, like we said pregame, Bobby, we said it's going to come down to who dominated the kicking game. And in a game like this, it was evenly matched, and it was a defensive battle back and forth. Turnovers and penalties, both teams overcame both of those. And again, I mean, the outcome was what it was, and congratulations, Shadow Creek.
Let's see if we can pull up some of the final numbers. 41-24, Shadow Creek wins it here, as Gabe Farias is looking for our John Wayne player of the game. I think he's got him standing by here in just a moment. But if we can take a look at the final stats, do we have them? Here we go. I think it's coming up here momentarily. There you go. And look at that. Wagner held them to 227, but it was big plays, field position, and kicking game.
Well, and yeah, you don't see that 105-yard return on there either. So I mean, that's it's one of those deals that they did everything they had to do. Wagner did everything they had to do up until that happened. And
let's go to Gabe Farias down on the field with our John Wayne player of the game. All right, well, you got to turn your mic on, Gabe. Gabe? His mic's not on. Let's try that again.
You know what? When all else fails, turn your mic on.
There you go.
If you're ever a broadcaster, guys, we've got our John Wayne Service Company player of the game, Jamarian George. Jamarian, your first year as a varsity football program, you guys are going to a state championship. What are your first thoughts right now? What's going through your mind?
Man, God, and I can't really explain, man. It's the best feeling ever, man. Just God's on our side. That's all I can really say right now.
You guys took on a really good football team, a team that had speed and physicality to match your speed and your physicality. You guys defeated a good team. Talk about your opponent and what they brought to the table today.
Man, that was an amazing ball team right there, man. They play all 4 quarters, man, but when it come down to it, you got to make plays, and we made the final plays and got the game ran.
Talk about the play of your offensive line. They really stepped up for you there in that second half.
Oh yeah, we got it together. Once we got it together, we got to rolling. You know, sometimes it'd be tough. We got to pick up on the coverage, and we got it rolling.
Congratulations on the big win. You got Highland Park. You got one more left. Go out there and get you a state championship, my friend.
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, guys. Back to you.
Hey, I tell you what, that's a great story with Coach Brad Butler being coached by Randy Allen from Highland Park, and he'll face him in the state championship. Let's take a look at those numbers again. As you see, you couldn't have done a much better job than Wagner did defensively with 227. But I think the 2 turnovers didn't help, certainly. But also, they were drive killers, obviously. But the kicking game and not executing the field goal that cost a 10-point swing was big. And the T-Birds also gave up some field position as they just couldn't cover very well in the first half, so they chose to kick it short, which gave the Sharks a short field.
Well, and again, that young man right there, Jamarian George, he summed it up perfectly. You know, Wagner, and he gave Wagner due credit. What a classy young man, but he said, hey, when it comes down to it, you got to make plays. You know, and that's what he said, and the plays were made by the team that won in a tight ball game like this today.
So 4 touchdowns by Shadow Creek in the fourth quarter alone, and they win it 41-24. We will wrap up the season when we come back to NRG Stadium in just a moment. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV.
Got land? Let's build.
At Southwest Homes, we make it easy.
This was absolutely a pain and worry-free process. We just felt secure in dealing with Southwest Homes.
We had a picture of a home that we wanted built. We added to it to make it look like what we wanted to. And we had no problems whatsoever.
They showed us that we could have the home that we wanted.
I love Southwest Homes.
Call today or go to yourswh.com. At Southwest Homes, better really is easy.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler, and we've extended the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
41-24, the final score. There you see the Shadow Creek Sharks, amazingly in their first year of varsity football, now 15-0. And what a great game. I tell you, the score at the end got a little lopsided, 41-24, but this thing was down to the wire, Andy. And I tell you, for a team like Wagner, in a program that has been beat up on in a strong 6A district, they haven't been in the playoffs in a while. I'm so proud of Charlie Bruce as a friend, a longtime friend of mine, and just a good overall person. But, you know, he has a good group of kids here at Wagner, and this was a season to remember. Greatest in school history. Right. They were so very close to making it to the state championship. They're going to come up short, obviously, but getting to this point and playing a good team like this the way they did, hats off to the T-Birds.
Oh, no doubt. And you can tell the kids play their whole hearts out for Coach Bruce. You know, you can tell he loves on them every day. He fusses on them probably a little bit too. We don't see that, but you can tell they play their guts out for Coach Bruce. And again, I'll say the same thing. I'll echo you. Congratulations to Coach Bruce. I've known him a long time as well. And you know, great things are going to continue to happen off of Foster Road over there in San Antonio. But tonight, you know, at the end of it, when it was all said and done, Shadow Creek Sharks did what they had to do. And good luck to them next week in the state championship.
Well, they raised the bar, Wagner did. Now, their previous high was regional finalist. Now they're a state semifinalist. So they're back in 5A again next year, and they do graduate 38 seniors. That'll be tough to replace. But the confidence of what this team did can lead to great things in the future for Wagner, I think.
Oh, no doubt. And success breeds success. Yeah. We've talked about that, you know. And once you start seeing that, and these guys that were freshmen and sophomores this year that were on the scout team for Wagner, they're going to get their opportunity. They got a taste of coming into a big stadium like this and playing on the big stage. You know, that's something they're going to want to aspire to be. So that definitely has a big factor in the fact that they got to play 5 extra football games this year. That makes you a lot better, too. They practice every day, too, so they had an extra half a season, if you will. So that definitely helps you younger levels.
Well, and before we sign it off here, Shadow Creek is a remarkable story. Wagner was we saw two remarkable stories going head-to-head here tonight. Shadow Creek 15-0, your first year.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a special deal.
Wow.
That's a real special deal.
And now the coach, Butler's going to face his high school coach, Randy Allen, in the state championship. The storylines are abundant for that.
That's what's great about high school football. And if you've ever played it and you've ever been a part of it, it's a special deal. If you haven't, it's hard to explain it, but it's a special deal, and these kids will remember that the rest of their life. Coach Butler, he was a high school player, still remembers his high school days under Coach Allen, and now he's going to get to square off against him, so that ought to be a super cool day for him.
All right, folks, this concludes our broadcast for the season. Our first year is in the books here at KCWX. We'll be back again next year. This has been a lot of fun, a first-year project. We have so many people to thank. We actually need a credit list here or something, but I want to thank my business partner, Jay Riley, for really believing in me and the rest of the crew. Kevin Evans deserves a lot of credit. Eric Enriquez. Really, we have if you saw how many people were in the booth and making this happen, it's truly been a remarkable journey to get here. And we dedicate this playoff season to Michael Riley. We lost him along the way, and he's a great young man, and just the opportunity for us to have this playoff and continue on. This one was for you, Michael, and we'll be back next year and honor you as long as we do this project.
Yeah, I agree. A great kid, and his memory will always live on, and especially part of this project with Texas Sports Productions, and he'll be missed.
Special thanks to Salim and Carmen Tawil, the owners of the station, for allowing us to do this. So we will sign it off one final time here from NRG Stadium. Great season for the Wagner Thunderbirds. It comes up short here in the state semifinals. Shadow Creek Sharks get the victory here tonight, 41-24. So until next year, I'm Bobby Stotzenberger for Andy Skelton and Gabe Fadias and our entire crew saying good night from NRG Stadium.
Y100. And I don't even know his last name. San Antonio's new